Magic transition swirl. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lost Caravan RPG. And finally, after a long, interminable wait, the second part of our Heart, the City Beneath two-shot, which we call Happy Hollow Days. I'm your GM, Doc Rimbo. I use he, she, and they pronouns, and I am surrounded by the best weirdos I could ever ask for. We played the first part of this way back when in December, and we had to postpone the second one. But if you play tabletop games, this may have happened to you where you play one part and then you're like, we'll play the second part, and then it just never happens. We would not let that happen because we had so much fun with the first part, and this game is so much fun that I knew we were going to come back to it, and we buckled down and we figured out when it would happen, and it's now, and you get to watch it happen, which is good for you. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Epidemic Sound, who does the music that you'll be hearing tonight, and also Roll20 and Tabletop Audio, which have, if you play your own heart game, has heart sounds and music and soundscapes, and you'll be hearing some of those tonight too, so that's awesome. And as always, thanks to Lost Caravan RPG for hosting us. We're using safety tools tonight. This is a horror game. It is horror and weird wonder is the best way I can think to describe it. There is body horror, there is blood, there is twisted, mutated things. So if that isn't your bag, that's fine. We don't judge. It's fine. But if you're up for it, stick around and we'll have some fun. Let us meet our cast, and then once we do that, we'll have a little recap of what happened last time. Who should we start with? We will start with, on the Twitch screen, someone who's directly below me and hiding behind their scarf and their wrappings, and it's my friend Rise. Hi, Rise. How are you? Tell us about who you are and who you're playing.
I am Rise, aka Sean. Tonight I am playing Smoke Over Stone, an Aelfir dead walker who is quite intent on uncovering certain information that might help him free his brother from the unfair shackles of a not-so-mortal coil.
Yeah, that is awesome. And for those who joined us last time, you met his brother, and he met him too, as you guys traversed to the other side via one of your fellow party members. If you're unfamiliar with the world of Spire and Heart, Aelfir are elves. They're high elves with big old ears, and way up above Heart in the city of Spire, they are the aristocrats. They are the powerful, the oppressors. But down here, not only are they reduced to equality with kind of everyone else, but Rise, your character died and came back, so you're kind of a recycled Aelfir.
Yes.
Death
comes for all, and for some of us more than once.
And that may happen tonight.
Glass, though, not like a dirty pizza box. It's okay.
Right. Yes. A cool recycling. Yeah. It's good recycling. It's like classy stuff that you can turn into something useful. Yeah, right on.
We prefer upcycling.
Upcycling, that's right. Well, speaking of upcycling, no, I can't make that transition. We'll just go next to you. Mika, our friend Mika is here. Tell us about yourself. Hey. Tell us about Lemon and what he's doing here.
So I play Magical Boy Lemon Drop, who is very, as you can tell by the name, he's very artistic, a bit of a dick, and he's an Aelfir who just, it's sort of like that artsy fartsy kid from a rich family who like goes to the city and is like bohemian and trying to like, you know what I'm talking about. That's Lemon. Yeah.
Got it. Fantastic. Last time Lemon got a crystal surgically implanted into his chest.
Yeah, it's probably the
Mhm.
happiest moment of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That gives us a good idea where his values are, I think.
yeah, yeah. It glows and it guides them or will guide them to Grip Station.
Yeah. That is your destination, to go to Grip Station, one of the defunct stations of the transit system that never was. And we'll talk more about that in a second. And, well, all things go as planned, we'll get there. And you can see it for yourselves. Let us keep moving along. And our friend CJ. Hi, CJ. How are you?
I'm great. I'm going to be playing Malthik Ayers today, whose pronouns are he, they. He is a dark elf, a drow, and it is all that privilege and money that Lemon Drop has is the reason why I keep stealing your drugs. So
Yeah.
Maul is a heretic by class, which means that he worships the moon goddess. And the thing is, little backstory drop, he's never been to the moon temple, so he has lost it. Seeing it at the end of last episode, he was absolutely over the moon. No pun intended, but I'm glad I said it that way. And I am CJ. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm super happy to be back. And I have some cool stuff to tell you about when I plug stuff at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So
We
stay
will
tuned.
definitely have room for that. I can't wait for that. Thank you for being here, CJ. Yeah, it's Mal's a drow, and in Spire, in the city above, the drow are the oppressed class. They're the tension between the Aelfir and the drow is palpable. It's unpleasant. But you can't worship Damnu. You can't worship the moon below up in the city. So you have to come down here. But it's his first time at the Temple of the Moon Beneath, which is where we are right now. Which
For
is where we
backstory
begin.
reasons.
I love that. I love it. Let us go above you to my eyes of heaven. To Elsie. Hi, Elsie. Who are you mad at today?
Oh, well, who am I mad? Okay, well, it's Hoop, but it's always Hoop.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter. Cass. Cass trumps Hoop today, actually.
Yes.
Cass trumps Hoop
I'm
today.
not even in the running today. That's fantastic.
You're not in
It's
the
a
running.
good day.
It's a good day for everybody else except Cass. So
Oh,
I'm
just
playing
when
Eyes
it's
of
not me.
Heaven. Okay, we can work on that. We have a whole game.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just put it in the mix. We got it.
Okay.
I play Eyes of Heaven, which because I, as Elsie, is incapable of not making a JoJo reference. But she just goes by Ven. She goes by she, they pronouns.
God damn it! Is that a JoJo reference?
It is. It is. It's an accidental JoJo reference. Eyes of Heaven is the stand of my favorite boy in Part 6, Enrico Pucci. Anyways, love him. Shout out his eyebrows. I play a heart. I play a heart song witch. Who? How do we pronounce it again? Elfin.
Aelfir.
Elfir.
Elfir. So you're an elf. Yeah.
I am an elf. I would just rather call it an elf because I'll mispronounce it every time
You
I say it. They were in the lap of luxury, living their just, normal life, having everything they want ever, and had a weird dream as a heart song about this, this little handsome guy. Every time she describes him, it's a different way, but he's very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that. And they were called by him to enter the heart. And so they've been on a quest for that ever since. The calling is a witch, which is if you don't play Heart or have never played Heart, the system, it's more of like an infection on how a virus almost as to how you become a witch, and it's very, very specific of who they choose. So it's not just like a random thing. So she even thinks on top of that calling of a dream that she's extra called to do this. And she's just a little guy having a great old time. Just happy to be here.
Just a little infected guy.
Just a little infected guy. Not crazy at all. We're just here having a great time to do everything for this guy she's never met.
And
Elsie's never played a character like this before. I don't know.
We saw glimpses of that guy last time, too. He popped up from here and there. And he seems jealous. Or maybe protective or something. But I love that so one of my things, CJ, cover your ears as somebody associated with Rowan Rookendecker. Please cover your ears. One of my favorite things about the way, especially Grant, Grant Howitt writes is that he subverts tropes. So, like we were talking before we started, the drow in this setting reproduce by laying eggs. Why? Because they do. And like this witch is a witch, but not by choice. She has a disease that makes her able to control blood. Like that shit. CJ, I'm just kidding. You don't have to give me. But like that stuff
Oh, I can
is
hear you.
the juiciest stuff. Like I love it. And yeah. Anyways, and we're barely scratching the surface of this setting. Speaking of scratching the surface, let's go over to Cass. Hi, Cass. Tell us about Ear and hi.
I'm Cass, better known as Yoda or Yoda Almighty. I'm playing the totally normal, well-adjusted, definitely knew what sex was before this last session. Oh wait, it was fucking. Yeah, I'm Ear Ash Grinder. I'm a Knoll, totally normal guy. Just living life.
It's normal
Oh wait,
to not.
second life, because I have died.
Right.
I'm being haunted by Smoke's brother. It's fine.
Well, she seems okay with it. Like she hasn't complained about seeing ghosts everywhere.
Yeah, Ear's great.
Yeah.
Ear talks to the ghosts. Ear travels into the gray to talk to them all the time, hang out, take their friends, whether they want to or not.
Right. One thing we can all agree on is that Ear is not unhinged at all.
No.
I would never.
And so that's a nice little sampling of the species, the races in this setting. As we have a human, right? And we have your Elfir, and you have your Drow, and you have Gnolls, and Cassis are Gnoll. And they all have specific cultural stuff. It's terrific. So you may have a lot of questions, especially if you haven't seen part 1. I will attempt and fail to answer some of them now. The heart exists beneath the city of Spire. Nobody can agree what it is, but for many who come close to it, they're called to delve into it. It's ever changing, ever shifting. The paths people take to go deeper into the heart also move and change. And so explorers time and time again delve in. Some of them come back out and then they feel called to do it again and again and again until they get what they want and the heart gives it to them. These 5 are the same. For whatever reason, maybe you're looking for answers about your brother, or maybe you have an infection in your blood. You are called to go into the heart, but this time there was a specific reason. It was a holiday in the city of Derelictus, the cork at the top of the entrance to the heart, and everybody in town was getting rid of unwanted things. The junk mages were probably having a field day, going over these piles of discarded goods, looking for anything with a little fix of magic to them to pull it out before the entire pile gets set ablaze and the ashes pushed to the outer bounds of the city as a warding spell. During this festival, a man who knows some of you, a guy whose name is Varen, found something in one of those piles and brings it to you. And at first glance, it's a humanoid skull, although it's bulbous and it is misshapen in some parts. It's unclear what it came from, but all around it were these etchings, deep grooves that turned at 90-degree angles in rings around this skull. And in the very back, in that soft spot at the bottom of the, I don't know, Elsie, you're medical, I don't know, that part, there's this deep...
Occipital region?
That's what it is. There's this deep black spot that's been ground into the skull. He didn't know what it was, But he said he thinks you can get some answers if you go down into the heart. And so he gave it to all of you, knowing that if offered the chance, you would say yes. And so down you went. You came across some, obstacles along the way. You met a burnt out occultist named Horatio, who
Horatio.
Horatio, who had been expelled from a place called Grip Station. Grip Station was intended to be one of the stations for the Vermissian, a public transit system that is powered by the power of the heart. When they did this a few hundred years ago, things did not go well. It was too much, and so they had to close the tunnels off. Although down here, there are still ways you can get inside. And Grip Station is one of those places. Specifically, it's a place where giant crystalline stalactites hang from the ceiling, and when they tried to pull a train through there, the vibrations would cause them to come loose and crash down onto the trains and people below, and so they left it behind. But there is still sages down there doing research, and Horatio tells you if you take this skull down there, they can play it for you or read it. He says it's some kind of record that's being kept by these lines and grooves around the skull. And so he said you have to go first to the Temple of the Moon Beneath. You have to avoid the crows, and from there you can figure out where to go next. Before parting, he gave Lemon a sort of surgery in which he implanted one of these crystals into Lemon's chest, and now Lemon, everywhere you go, you can feel the resonant harmony of the Grips Station calling to this crystal, leading you back where it came from. You entered into the environs of the Temple of the Moon Beneath, a long marble staircase descending to this ramshackle, cobbled together temple. But all around you were crows, and these crows had sharp, dangerous, shiny things strapped to their talons and to their beaks, like old scissors and shards of glass and metal. And when they saw the glow coming from Lemon's chest, they came after you, calling for his shiny. They wanted that shiny thing for their mating rituals. And so you had to fight them off. And when you did, then transformed into basically a biblical angel, a big many-armed, terrifying vision that had joints where the joints shouldn't have been, and basically ripped them to shreds. And so you found yourself at the Temple of the Moon Beneath. You knocked on the doors, and they swung open, letting you inside. And that's where we are now. Inside the Temple of the Moon Beneath, it has at its front, at the entrance, a big marble finish. It's kind of like a cathedral. It's definitely a worshiping space with an altar at the front that looks like people have been chipping away at it, taking shards of stone with them when they go. You can also hear bells ringing out from various places and voices chanting. You have no idea how big this place is, but for those of you who end up exploring, every corner you turn leads into another impossibly big room, side shrines and altars and chapels to different aspects of Damnu. So what I'd like to know is, during your time here, If you're just chilling, that's fine. But if you've got something that you're doing while you're here, I'd invite any of you to tell me, what are you doing here in the chapel? What kind of information are you looking to gather? There are people coming and going, priests, clergy, witches, but then you also have worshipers, pilgrims, people who have come a long way to worship here. You might even have some tourists, people who just showed up to experience it. So, what are you doing?
I have an idea, if everybody doesn't mind that I speak up.
Yeah.
So I think that Ven at first would have gone to like the shrine itself and paid their own respects. But after
Mhm.
they were done, and I feel like they have a very short attention span, as we can all relate to.
Yeah.
And after they were done paying their respects, ended up following like because there's so many other people here doing their own thing and so much to do and learn and like be interested in,
Yeah.
they very much were like following people around in their personal space. I want to make that clear. They are in their
Mhm.
personal space trying to figure out what they're doing and like maybe sometimes asking questions and sometimes not, kind of like reading the vibe ever so slightly and then
Yeah.
zipping over to the next person who seems to be doing something different and trying to just soak in everything at one time by just like being in everyone's space and like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. And just like
Mhm.
making their rounds.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the vibe that you end up getting, I'll say, is kind of like as I described. It's a public space in that anyone can come here and worship, but it's also a safe and protected space because the heart outside is not only weird, but it's fucking dangerous. It's it doesn't pull any punches. So that's a lot of the conversation that you're getting. But then I think at the end of last time, we came across something of particular interest to Eyes of Heaven,
Hmm.
which is in some tucked away alcove. They found this hatch in the floor where it was burned into the wood, two hands, right, making this symbol. Um, what significance does that hold for Ven?
That is the symbol that adheres to the Dream Man. I don't have a name
Mm,
for him, so I just call him the Dream Man. And that is what she saw that night when she initially had the vision that caused her to be like, well, this is boring. I'm going to go find this now and leave her lap of luxury life.
mm.
And that is something just that she follows religiously, I guess. She holds it in high esteem. It's like that's the sign of the person I'm looking for, the sign of my calling, the sign of what I
Yeah.
was meant to do.
As she opens the hatch, there is a set of wooden stairs, moldy and a little bit creaky, leading down into this. It looks like maybe a cave. It has a very low ceiling. I don't know how tall Ven is, but you might have to crouch. Not very tall. Elsie height?
Elsie height.
Okay. You might still have to. It's just like it's like a 5 foot ceiling, and so it
Cool.
feels heavy, but inside there is this altar, and on the altar are a few candles burning. There are some bowls filled with powders or agents, some sort of, alchemical stuff. And there are people here too. There are two or three others. There is a knoll. There are two humans down here who seem to be in contemplation and worship. And they've come for the same reason that you've come. And so you can spend time here to commune with the Dream Man and reinvigorate yourself and refresh yourself. And would she speak with any of these other people?
Um, Ironically enough, separate from the way she was acting above, this is a
Mhm.
place now automatically like huge reference situation where it's like if these people look like they are amenable to being spoken to, she would. But if they
Mhm.
look like they are, don't bother me, I am in a place of prayer and respect, she
Yeah.
wouldn't. Um,
Yeah. The humans are. The humans are deep in like prayer. The Knoll, who has golden like tufts of fur, kind of like big old timey sideburns sticking out, and these tiny pince nez spectacles on the end of his snout.
oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah, and he's also got like he's got the this, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Cass is kind of wearing, and
Hmm.
he is carrying a book, and he is making his way as he sees you descend.
Hmm.
And so he looks approachable if you'd like to talk to him.
I would like to talk to him since he is approachable.
All right. Mm-hmm. There he is. Here he comes.
Okay. What are you reading?
Not reading. I'm writing. I'm writing.
You're right. You're
Recording
writing. Well,
my findings.
your findings for what?
About the sleepwalker. About the sleepwalker, the one who's been visiting me in my dreams.
You have one too? A sleepwalker. I didn't call him that. Why do you call him that?
I didn't know what his name was.
Oh,
He comes to me
we're
when I'm
allowed to
asleep.
name. I didn't think that we could name him. You named him? Oh, that's so smart. I didn't think of it.
I don't think it's his name. I don't know what his name is. I came here hoping for answers, but I'm leaving with more questions.
Well, what questions do you have now?
Well, for one, what his name is.
Oh, yes.
But also why he wanted me to come down here, and what he wants, and who he is. Is he a god? Is he a part of Damn New? Is he associated with her at all? Are we allowed? Are we allowed to be here? I don't know.
How does it? I think allowed is not a term we need to worry about. I think we are allowed if he called us here to be here.
You think?
I know. I definitely know.
All right. What's your name?
My name is I'm Eyes of Heaven. But you can call me Ven.
I'm Siraj.
Siraj.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm from outside the city. Found my way down here and under the walls, and I was with a team of others. I don't know where they are.
Oh, I'm with a team of others now too, but I know where they are. I think they're up there. Maybe.
You're in a better situation than I am. I think I'll probably stay here and continue in my meditations and research. Where are you going?
We're going to the heart.
Of course you're going to the heart. We're all going to the heart.
We're gonna make it all the way.
Are you going somewhere specific?
Doc,
You're going to Grip Station, but
We're
you can
going
choose
to Grip
not
Station.
to. Okay.
LC forgot.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I was just making up shit. We're going to Grip Station.
Grip Station. That's a very dangerous place. Also quite fascinating. They're doing good work there. I stopped on my way in.
So you know what kind of work they're doing? What we might find there?
Yes, terrible work. Good stuff. Something with the crystals. They're still learning what they can do and what they're capable of. Building machines, technology. But if you're going there, will you take something for me?
Of course, anything for someone who also knows the sleepwalker or dream man, whatever we may call him.
Whatever his name is. I'm here, and he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a book, and the book is it's tiny. It's not big. It's like that big, and he says, "I borrowed this I borrowed this from one of the men who work there, one of the sages, and I promised I would get it back to him. Would you mind?
Oh, of course, of course, of course.
Thank you.
But
Um,
I require something in return.
that's fair.
I need your spectacles.
Spectacles.
Yes.
All right. This will take some sort of persuasion,
Okay.
right? And so we're gonna do a roll,
Okay.
and I've got you can bring up the quick ref sheet
Absolutely.
if you want
Yes, I
to
do.
know how we do that, and
Mhm.
then I will remember how to do skills and domains. This is how the system works. So you start with 1d10.
Mhm.
Unless you've got none of these things, you can. Well, even then, you can roll 1d10. This is going to be a compel.
Okay.
Because you're trying to talk him into like parting with his glasses, and haven because you're in a haven, or religion because he shares your religion.
I have compel and religion.
Okay, so roll me 1, 2, 3, 3d10, and it's not risky or dangerous, so you can keep all three and take the highest one.
I take the highest of the three.
Yeah, you roll all three and then tell me what number is the highest.
The highest is a 5.
Highest is a 5. So a 5 is a failure.
Okay.
And on a 5,
This tracks for me.
Yeah. What is your current stress on your player sheet? If you can bring up your character sheet.
My unknown if I had any stress last.
I don't know if you took any.
I don't think I
time.
must not have. I have zeros for everything, and I haven't logged in since.
Okay.
So I have no stress.
That's good news for you.
Okay.
So you are going to take some stress, but you're not going to have any fallout from that. I believe the stress here is going to be a D4. So I'll roll a D4 for you.
Okay.
And
of course, yeah.
Yeah. And you do take 4 stress. This stress is, we're going to apply this stress to your, we'll say your fortune, because it's kind of a bad luck thing. You were confident in asking him for these glasses, and he's like, no, I can't part with these. I need them to do my research.
Okay.
It's kind of rude of you to ask.
I think it was rather reasonable if you can't part with them, that's fine. I'll still take your book back to Grip Station for you. All the way there. I'm going all the way there. It's very dangerous. I think it's kind of rude of you to say that it was rude of me to ask for them since I'm doing you a favor. But it's fine if you don't want to.
Fine. And he like shoves it into your, like he shoves it at you, and he goes, thanks, in a really passive aggressive way, and climbs up out of the worship space, out of the chapel. What's anyone else? What are you doing while you're here?
So
then turns around and I'm just standing there.
Then you turn around and Ear is standing behind you. Apparently they followed you. Elsie, Ear is there. They followed you here to this tiny chapel.
There's like a brief moment of like startle, but it's quickly like stamped out. It's like, oh, okay. Why don't you have spectacles? Spectacles.
My eyes were fixed and I died.
I
can see fine.
You've got new eyes. You have special eyes now.
Siraj takes out like another book. It looks like he has a bunch of small notebooks like in different pockets, and he takes another one out and starts writing. He says, "You died?
I did.
How'd you come back?
Don't know.
Cool."
He did
and he
it.
like starts writing.
And I point to something over his shoulder.
He turns around. He says, "Oh, that's good. That's fascinating."
Yeah.
Oh, what do you call him?
What is Smoke's brother's name?
It was Water Under Red Sky.
Water Under Red Sky.
Amazing. He thinks you're talking about the dream guy.
So
yeah, but it's fine. He just writes that in his book, and he's like, Water Under Red Sky. Beautiful. I have to go. I've got some paperwork. Climbs up the ladder. Who's next? Oh, you want to talk?
I was just gonna ask if Ira wants to come sit with me and think about the dream man.
Who's the dream man?
He said maybe he'll come to you too.
I got enough people coming to me.
Do you want to sit?
Sure.
I will take your hand and we will go and we will sit next to some of the humans who are being quiet. And then I'm going to say, but we have to be quiet. But it's not a quiet whisper. It's a stage whisper, the way I say this to you.
And
then we sit.
Sit.
We sit.
And you turn your thoughts to the dream man. And that's where we'll leave you for now. Like much organized religion, even in a world of magic, you sit there and you commune with the divine, and it's quiet. For better or for worse. The rest of you, anyone else up to something?
So
Maul is taking this all in.
Mm-hmm.
Very enthusiastically. Like borderline zealot. Is anyone around Maul, or has everyone gone their separate ways?
I don't know. I imagine the party would split up and get their own shit done. Okay.
Lemon's near Maul. I think Lemon's sketching. Maul taking everything in.
Then Maul is rambling to you at this point and is look at this. This is wow. You don't see this. You don't see this up there, do you? No, you don't, because it's not there.
No.
It's not there anymore. And you know why it's not there? Of course you know why it's not there. And
I don't.
You don't.
No.
Because
So I didn't think you were actually listening to me. Just keep going. Keep going. It's fine.
Because people don't like what they can't subjugate.
Writing that one down.
And he pauses and he's... It was... Kind of looks at Lemon again. I first learned about Damnu from my mother's journals. I was raised in the city. I came down here because I wanted to see this. And we stumbled upon it on accident. On accident. I have to see everything. I have to touch everything.
There are no accidents.
Then whatever it was, I'm grateful for it.
Happenstance. Destiny.
I'll take happenstance.
Luck.
Or luck. The rest sounds like too much for me to think about.
I tend to be very lucky, so really it's thanks to me that you arrived here.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's definitely true.
Maybe it's in part thanks to you.
I'll take that. Now stand still.
But I want to go look. Fine. And he'll just start he'll fix his clothes a little bit, but then he just tries to savor this moment and take in everything he's seeing.
Mm-hmm. At some point, a woman comes in and passes past you. You know, she is dressed in sort of religious finery, like has a robe on, but also she appears to be a drow, but she has clusters of eyes on her face as if she was combined with a spider in some way.
Ooh.
She also has a cart that is being pushed by others behind her. It looks like it has medical supplies on it. Some tinctures, and you maybe spot a syringe here and there. And she makes her way past you and sort of nods at all of you. And you can't figure out if she's a nun or a nurse or a spider woman or what, but sort of like acknowledges you as she goes past.
Honestly, for Maul specifically, he's just watching everything in a little bit of awe, I think, at the moment. Kind of following her with almost like glassy eyes, just like,
She turns and goes through a door, and there is like a sign in these glyphic letters that we wouldn't recognize, but you all know reads clinic. Um, and her followers go in behind her. And down the hall, you see a group of pilgrims who have all gathered together. It looks like they're in a similar situation to you, where they are adventurers who are being called into the heart. They have a similarly weird makeup to their party, where there is a gnoll who's covered in all of these wrappings, but you see occasionally a cloud of bees come out from underneath their wrappings and then go back inside. And you see another junk mage human, but it's a woman, and she has a kind of similar trappings to Lemon. And she has something glowing in her hands that she is holding really tightly and not showing to anybody else. And it seems like they're talking about what they're going to do next. So you feel like you're not alone. There's other people who pass through here onward. Yeah. What's Rise, what are you doing?
So Smoke doesn't care
doing.
much for what all these people are doing here, what they're going about, and the things that you can see on the surface. He's far more concerned and interested in what might be hidden here. So Smoke has shifted himself into the gray and is exploring through this other side, find what
Now,
people might not want him to find.
when you do that, it's an ability. Do you have to make a roll? Can you read that for me? Describe what mechanically how that works.
Where is it? Sorry, I got to scroll.
Dog.
Enter the gray. So you know the trick of stepping sideways into the gray takes a delve plus religion to enact. Normally it would take 10 minutes of preparation, but I also have the ability of sudden death, which means I can do it instantaneously.
Right. Well, I'd still like a delve plus religion.
Absolutely.
From me.
9.
Excellent. A 9 is a very good result. That is a success, almost a critical success. And the reason that this hits home for you is because when you do it, it's not that it's difficult here. You can do it instantaneously. Is that it's super easy. The planes here are thin, and the space between them is thin in this holy place. And you almost overshoot it, for lack of a better term, right? It's like missing a step on the stairs, and gravity pulls you. And so for a second you have to catch yourself, but you do. And you are in the gray, and you can still see vague shapes of the people who are in the temple, but you also see memories of previous travelers milling about, and um, spirits just pale and washed out, lingering here in this space of the gray, almost reluctant to leave and to pass on to one of the heavens. What do you do now that you're here?
So, doesn't necessarily have like a specific place to go since he's never been here before, but he wants to kind of look around for places that maybe aren't as public, where there seem to be like a lot of travelers hanging out, people, that kind of thing. Maybe if there is a priest's office or some kind of cloistered vestibule kind of thing where maybe not everybody can just walk in.
Mm.
Something a little more secure.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Now, one more thing that I forgot is that you got above a 6. So I'm going to have you roll a d4 to chip away against the resistance of the delve.
Oh,
So
yeah.
a d4 to the resistance for this leg of the delve is 10. Oh, another 4. Fantastic. This will manifest somehow in your success. So again, I'm sorry. I was thinking while you were talking. What are you doing?
Okay. So he's looking for like, I don't if there are like any kind of like more private offices or like
Yes.
a priest's quarters or
Yes. Okay, great. So as I mentioned earlier, in the center of the main chapel, there's that big stone altar, and it looks like people have gradually chipped away at it. So it's no longer a like a rectangle cube. What's that called? I don't know. It's no longer that. It's like this weird, oddly shaped thing. But right there at the center of the room, parallel to it, off to the side, is a door, and you see priest shapes from the real world going through that door. It's some sort of rectory or cloister of some kind. And it appears to be off limits. There are guards there in the real world, but here you could probably just go in.
definitely looks interesting. Let's go take a
Yeah.
peek and see what they're doing in there.
Excellent. On the other side of the door is this private space, and on the other side, I don't know like what necessarily he's expecting, but the first thing that you see is there's initially a room with like where the priests keep their robes and put them on, where the those who worship the goddess of the moon sort of place like sacred objects and things along those lines for use in worship. Not much practical use, but value. Um, you might be able to snag something or steal something, but then further along, it seems like there's another door, and this other door, you can see through it. There is someone in there sitting at a makeshift easel, and they have a bunch of paints, and you can even tell through the veil that they have bandaging around their face, leading you to think maybe they're blind. So they're creating this painting without the use of their sight. But to you on this side in the gray, it's the only thing here that has any color. It is bleeding through into your senses. And you can see that they're creating this depiction of the moon. And the moon, as we see it on this side, can be pale and lifeless. But this moon it has colors that you can't see in real life.
And the person's in there by themselves.
Apparently so, yeah.
So Smoke is going to kind of standing behind and watching this,
Mhm.
like kind of looking over their shoulder, almost as they're painting this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And and the fact that it's bleeding through and there's these colors and everything is really, it's so different and fascinating because this does not happen.
Right.
So it's really kind of fascinating here. It's not what he was looking for initially, but it's really caught his attention. So it's going to kind of lean forward, almost like he's whispering in this person's ear. And I have the ability Liminal, which allows me to interact with people in the real world while I'm in the gray.
I didn't even know that, and that's fantastic.
And how are you doing that?
The man with the bandages over his face, he starts for a moment, and then, as if there was somebody else in the room, he sort of looks up and turns in your direction. He can't see you, but he couldn't see you anyway. He turns and he says, "Do what?" An elf here. In painting, it's quite easy.
This is no mere painting. I can feel what emerges from that paint from your hands.
Oh, you seem to be an appreciator of the arts. I believe you are referencing my paints, yes?
Is that why they bleed so colorfully,
Very perceptive.
strongly into the other side?
Yes, quite perceptive. Not many people can see that. They only see a painting, but who sense their power? Look here. And he feels around just for a moment and picks up a pot, a paint pot.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of holds it up to you and he says, Sky Whale Ichor. Hard to find, but for those who delve deep enough and are able to extract it from the beast, it can give you remarkable results. Not always appreciated, but remarkable. He extends it as if to let you take a look at it, but you know you couldn't hold it from this side of the veil.
Kind of reach out as if to hold, as if to take it.
Yeah. But your hand goes through it. But even as it goes through, and you feel it, right? Like there's something powerful in there, something valuable, maybe. Probably a D6 worth of value. That's something that you could easily trade back in Derelictus for something valuable. Or if you find a way to use it, it's pretty rare.
Do you have much of that?
I have enough. Are you interested in a trade?
Perhaps.
What do you have on hand, Fred?
I have. And he'll shift back into the real world and reach into his robes and pulls out a bag that kind of clinks together.
Mm-hmm.
I have these. They tell me they are crow's teeth. As rare as anything.
He
Debatable.
feels the bag. They come in a little sack.
Yeah, it's just like a little leather kind of pouch thingy.
Reaches out and feels it. Crow's teeth. Where did you get these from, if I may ask?
These particular came from a woman I met. I forget time. Time passes and I ignore it. But we traded much like you and I are now. Where she got them, I'm not sure.
Not from the crow itself, then.
No.
We've had our share of problems here at the temple.
With the crows.
Many travelers come asking about the crows, but of course, they are not crows, not at all.
No.
They are
There's
harpies.
more.
They are
Harpies,
harpies,
you
my
say?
child. Yes. Is that surprising to you?
No. I knew there were more than simple crows, but no, that does not surprise me.
Dangerous creatures with their tools and their shiny objects, but not nearly as dangerous as the female.
Well, then perhaps it is good I have not run into the females.
Better than you know. You will hear them before you see them, of course. Roll me, roll me compel, and I guess I don't know. I don't think it's religion here. What do we
Wrestle it?
think? Let me look at my options here. I would say compel and Haven, if you've got Haven. Did you try
I
to
don't.
make this
That's fine.
trade? Okay. Do you have compel?
No.
All right. In that case, what we're doing is you can still roll. This is just a one die roll, but also it's risky. You're not supposed to be back here. And this guy apparently would probably tell someone that he met you. So that leaves you with 0 die, which means you can still roll 1 die. However, you succeed on a 10 and otherwise you fail.
Yeah, so I got a 4, so.
Right. That's a failure. I'll roll some stress for you here. 3 stress. So you take 3 stress. Do you have any stress existing already?
No, not currently.
Okay. So we won't worry about that. You basically just sort of rolled above your non-existent stress, and that's all you need to worry about for now. But he says, I'd better keep it. It's hard to come by, but the next time you come through the temple, perhaps we can talk some more, friend.
There's a moment. He's literally just considering murdering this man to take it.
Sure. Obviously.
Classic.
Perhaps. Be well. And he'll just turn and between one step and the next, shift back over.
That's so cool. Just like you turn out, whoosh, right? And you exit the rectory here. Now, you didn't come away with magic paints. Just come away with some information.
Yes.
Which might prove useful later. But that stress that you rolled.
Yeah, which?
Yeah, we're going to apply that to supplies.
Okay.
Just as like you start to question the worth of these crow's teeth. Are these worth anything at all? You know what I mean?
They're D6. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But are they?
They're D6. Well, You don't know. That's the thing is, it's not a hard question. It's the value you assign to them. Are they D6? That's the question, right? And so you're
You
like,
know
are they
what?
D6? Yeah.
I realize now they actually have the desolate tag. I should have used that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh,
here we go. For now, you regroup with the others. How long do you all? This is a question for everyone. How long do you stay here before moving on?
Mel in particular, once Lemon is satisfied, will go find an area to pray at, any shrine-like or chapel-like area to, pray to the moon beneath.
You have your pick. You are spoiled for choice here. Does that prayer, do you want to describe how it looks, or do we just leave Mal to his privacy?
Well, I think that it's similar to, but maybe on a slightly more reverent and awestruck note. It's similar to when he unfolded his triptych shrine and prayed while Lemon was being haphazardly
Attacked.
operated on.
That's right, during the operation.
He doesn't need to unfold his triptych shrine. There are, small shrines down here to the moon goddess to Damnu elsewhere, but nothing quite so large. So if there's ever a place, he doesn't have to use his portable shrine, but he always has it with him. And he actually almost takes it out by habit and then realizes, I don't have to do that. It's here. It's this whole thing. And finding an area that has those things, he will kneel quietly and focus and think about the virtues, about grace, and I think sagacity, and all of the
All the
virtues
other
of
ones.
all six, I think.
Let me give us a quick Control F here and see if I can find what the other virtues are. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, tenacity,
Tenacity,
sagacity,
grace,
fury, community,
community,
vigilance, and grace.
vigilant, and yep. And grace is an interesting one, but that's maybe a story for another time.
If there's one of those that you focus on, you can easily find an altar here that is for that virtue, right? And community virtue, and it's crowded there. There's lots of people who show up for that one.
I wonder why.
Yeah, and it's absolutely wonderful. You are able to commune with other worshipers, and I'm gonna say that going forward in this delve, first of all, I'd like a roll, but if you can succeed, we'll give you a little bit of a bonus. We'll give you a +1 blood protection.
All right, and all right if this is then religion.
Yeah, that would be great. I think what would it be to? It would be compel religion, or
sure. Yep, that sounds good to me.
That seems right. Yeah.
I want my other medal die. Where did it go?
Okay.
There it is.
For everyone who hasn't watched this before, so basically we've got D10s. We're trying to roll high, and then after that, if we take stress, you're trying to roll under your current stress. No, above your current stress. If you roll under, that's bad, and you get fallout.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Here we go. And I don't remember why I would have taken stress, but apparently I have some stress. So.
All right. What is your current stress?
4.
4. So if you roll below a 4, that's no good.
Yeah. All right. I did not roll above a 4, my friends. I rolled an 8.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yes, you rolled above a 4. That's fantastic. And So it is above your stress. You get no fallout. And if you'd like to roll a d4 on your own, we can take that away from the delve strength.
Yeah. Just have to pull. I didn't bother to pull out my d4s. Here we
Already
go.
down to 6. All right.
All right. See how we're doing.
Yes. Roll me a d4 and we'll chip away at this.
Joke. No joke. It's a 4.
Oh my gosh, you guys are rolling rocks. Okay. The resistance here is already down to a 2. So we'll just end it real quick. But that's fantastic. Basically, the idea being that as you chip away at resistance, the way the heart provides you to get where you're going gets easier. And that is a distinct possibility, but it could also get harder. So
I think that would lead us.
add 1 protection to blood as you carry this oath of community with you as you go forward, just for the remainder of the delve. I made that up. So
Thank you.
to. You're welcome. So it is time to move on. All of you regroup. You are ready to keep moving, and you leave there. Do we get a picture of Smoke telling the others about these harpies and what he learned about the crows? Oh, if you're talking, Rise, I can't hear you. You might be muted.
I was indeed muted.
All right. I can't tell if you're talking because you got the thing up. Oh, there you go.
But he would probably just about before they were getting ready to leave or whatever, once Mal was done doing all the things, be like, the birds outside. Are you familiar with harpies?
Yeah.
You would be.
They're friends.
Define friends in this instance.
Can be bribed to not eat. Friend.
I'll accept friend.
Well, apparently those we encountered were the males.
Oh, yeah.
Females are much worse.
Much worse.
I don't know how familiar these bizarre emissaries of the heart would be for you, but
Emissaries of the harp.
Of the harp.
I see what you
Yeah.
did there.
Thank you.
Because
I'll be here
they're
all
just
week.
so weird, but anybody who's not ear, considering them friends, would imagine that if these males are little crows with knives, if they're tough, if they're dangerous, and if what that painter told you is true, the females are much, much worse.
Well, that settles it then. If we meet the female, then Ia can talk to her.
Soon.
Mm.
Hear them singing.
You start your descent. If we can get up on the screen our Roll20 window on the overlay, I think we have that available. But you start again to descend. You are still on tier 1 of the heart. It does not. There's tier 0 is derelictus, but this is still mild in terms of its severity. But you start to go down deeper, and I'm going to add a little thing to our map here that shows your descent as you continue to move on. The ground here is rocky in this tunnel that you've chosen. It sort of has like a southwestern United States red rocks, there's cliffs and peaks, but you found a way through a valley here. And as you keep going, something catches your eye. Who's in front? Who's leading the group? Okay, it's ear. Um, is ear leading, or is ear darting ahead back and forth like a dog not on a leash? Or
That and yelling at water to shut up about leaving the door open.
Got it. So shouting at ghosts and telling water to keep the door to the temple open behind them. Ear, you see water.
Huh?
You see Smoke's brother, the ghost of Smoke's brother, standing ahead of you, his head just tilted listly to the side, expressionless. And when he sees you, he points something out to you. He points up, and you follow his direction. And up there, growing out of a cliff side, way up there, something is glowing. It looks like a flower of some kind. But this time of year, there's lots of flowers during bloom, but this one is throbbing and pulsing. It looks like a bulb shape, like a flower where all the petals are closed, but you can see the light coming out of this purplish, reddish, bruise like flower. And it's big, and it's just sort of like glowing up there and giving off this vibe.
It glows.
At
Look
that
at
point,
the
you
pretty.
notice that below it, in the canyon bed ahead of you, is the decaying remains of a knoll.
Hmm.
Just sort of in that same general area on the ground. That flower's like 50 feet up.
I'll look at water and just
He disappears.
flower hungry. Who wants to be a snack?
We gotta throw me again.
We gotta throw you again.
All of you see this. I'm guessing that anybody who has, this is a wild. Does anyone have wild among their domains?
Ooh, let's find out.
No.
I don't think so.
What's that?
No.
CJ? No one? Oh, you don't know what kind of flower this is, but it is unique.
I do have delve and desolate.
Okay, we're not desolate. I think this is definitely wild because it's vegetation.
Damn it.
It's something growing out here. But I'd say if you have delve, you could make me a delve wild roll, which means you'd at least roll that one. So 2 die, Cass.
I remember how to roll on this sheet. That's
Yeah, you do.
You said delve and wild?
Yes.
And I get to add mastery?
Do you have mastery?
Don't
No.
know.
I don't think so. I think you roll 2d10. I think that's what you
Yeah. It's a standard roll.
It's an 8. It's very good. You still don't know what this thing is, but you can smell it, and it smells like bloom. It smells like fire, and it smells like danger, and it smells like money. It also smells like a curse.
Ooh.
This is a cursed item, you think?
Huh.
Ooh.
It's
What are you waiting for?
uh,
Going after it.
last plant tried to eat us.
I'm gonna go get it.
Mm. I can't throw you that high.
Take it.
Who threw me last time?
It is 50 feet up. There are some ledges here that someone could theoretically climb up, but it would be risky and dangerous to do this.
Here, I think you should
as
do
evidenced by the dead knoll on the ground beneath it.
Skillet.
Show that
Dead
you're a
knoll
better
have
knoll.
rope? Does the dead knoll have rope?
You look him over, and we'll say that no, he didn't. Hence the falling. It looks like he tried to climb up by hand.
What would a climbing roll be, Doc?
Climbing would be delve and again wild. As you are trying to like work your way up the side of this toward the plant.
Okay. Could I argue for endure as well?
Ooh,
Ooh, we did get
No.
also a +1 in chat. I don't think anyone used.
oh, we have
CJ,
a
did you use
hero
that?
That's
point.
true.
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
say
it's not
that
a hero
counts as a
point, it's
die.
+1, but
We'll
A
say it's a
die?
+1 to your roll. Okay, so no, not that. Endure is resisting the effects that the heart has on you.
Which I don't really do all that often.
No,
So, not my deal.
This is definitely delve, progressing into dangerous territory.
Hey. Are you all saying I have to go because a knoll tried it before and now it's my turn?
I double Noel dare you to do it.
oh, double dare.
Do I get another picture?
Yes, I've got it right here. I'll even draw one of you climbing.
It's up
For
to you.
free?
Well, not quite for free, since Ear will be grabbing
For
the
free?
cursed flower for us.
For
Okay.
free?
For
So I
free.
rolled Delve
free.
and Wild, and then I get to add another.
It would be your basic starter D10, and then
Mhm.
delve, and then you
Mhm.
don't get one for wild, but you would add one digit to the end of it. So 2 plus a 1 bonus.
Mako has so much to say.
Mako does have a lot to say.
Ear is wrestling with this.
Wait.
So again, just to be clear, it's 2 die, right?
Yeah.
But this is also risky and dangerous, which reduces it to 0. And then you have to roll a 10 to succeed.
Oh my.
It is hard to get this thing, this cursed item.
Well.
I failed.
Well, what do you do?
I think I get halfway up and I start to slip, and I just kind of.
You just decide against it. You hop
Yeah.
back down.
Someone else go.
Can I have a blunderbuss. Can I try? How is this? Like, could I shoot at the ground beneath it to get it to fall down?
Oh, that's a good question. So you're trying to like shoot it free?
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna say that it is growing out of a crag, like a crack in the stone. So if
Okay.
you can widen that crack by shooting below it, it will be a oh gosh, I guess it's a hunt if you'd like, or delve. Well, not delve because you're not going someplace dangerous. We'll say hunt
Damn it, I don't
and
have hunt.
wild.
Or wild.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
It could be you could just do a D10. If you roll badly, it could be very bad, but
All right, let's do it.
okay, roll me a D10.
What did I get?
A 6. So that's a failure. And what I'm gonna have is, what's your current stress?
1.
Okay. So you can't roll below that, but you could roll equal with it. So roll me a d4.
Do.
That's a 3. So you don't hit the thing, you don't knock it loose, but fortunately it doesn't cause a rock slide that comes down on top of you.
Okay.
Yeah. That thing is out of reach. It would take somebody like Spider-Man to get it. Or Fantasy Spider-Man.
So much as I would like it, let's move on. Maybe there'll be something easier to get.
You sure you don't want to try again here? Perhaps you can make it higher before you fall.
No.
We tried.
Tried very hard.
It's very fun for me to see this exchange because I know what your beats are.
Yeah.
And I know why some of you are pushing to get this thing and some
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, Smoke.
Smoke has the beat. Can I share that, Rise? Would you be okay with me sharing what that beat is? Or do you want to keep it a secret?
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead. That's fine.
Okay. Smoke has.
I was just guessing.
Yeah, Smoke has succeeded a task that somebody else has recently failed to achieve.
Which
specifically is both ear now, but also that no hole is down on the ground.
Yeah.
Which would fulfill that beat. And I know that Mika has
actually,
a beat.
you know
too.
what? Let's try something then.
Okay.
Do it.
He's just going to gesture at this plant, and I'm going to use Grim Reaper to try to have my death knock it free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, read that for me. Tell me what that is.
Your death is long whispered to you about the proper methods of execution. On occasion, it helps directly. Gain the kill skill. Your death's attention now function as the following weapon. Kill D8 ranged one shot.
I love it. Yes. So kill D8 range one shot. It's within range. So I guess that just I mean I need to think about this. I think that your kill and wild, if you want to make me a roll, right? Would it require a roll by the feat, or do you just do it?
I mean, it's normally an attack. So I would assume.
You're attacking a rock, but
yeah.
Yeah, so roll me a kill plus wild.
Kill plus wild. That's an 8.
Okay. On an 8, that is a success with no stress taken. So you are able to. How do you hit that thing loose?
And so,
what does it look like?
An ear probably is the only one who can really see what happens as he kind of gestures up towards this thing.
Yeah.
In his own shadow echo, I forget actually what the term is they use in this, his death basically goes from standing at his shoulder to kind of blurring forward and upwards through the air.
Yeah.
And almost like it slides a hand through the stalk of this thing, which just kind of crumbles and decays, and then the thing falls free.
Excellent. It falls free, and as it does, it floats like a leaf in autumn. It just sort of like comes down slowly. And as it gets closer, I'll tell you that all of you are overcome with the idea that that glowing inside is it's not stable. It is, well, it has a tag on it. I forget what the tag is. I have to look it up, but it will explode if something goes wrong. It's shoot, what is it? It is, where is my tag? It's gonna explode. I'll tell you what it is in a minute, but someone would need to catch it.
I think Lemon is going to try and catch it because he sees this beautiful cursed thing. It is romantic to him. It is poetic. It's diaphanous. It's just this
Mhm.
gorgeous thing.
And it's falling so slowly that I don't need a roll, but it's also poetic that Lemon just sort of like goes after it and catches it as it falls.
Mm.
This looks like an orchid of some kind. It also has the sense of being of the heart. It's a heart's blood orchid.
Ooh.
And it's a cursed item, which means that it adds to the delve's resistance. It's going to add a d6, so I'll roll that now. Oop, that's a 4 by accident, and then a 6, a 4. So the resistance goes back up a bit, and the way that comes out is that whoever's carrying this thing, any sudden movement runs the risk of it exploding.
Are we
And that's
sure
why
that-
it's harder now, because you have to be cautious as you carry it.
But on the other hand, we just got a
It's like
bomb.
nitroglycerin, right?
Gimme, let me have it.
No, it's mine.
Yes. But I
No,
wanna
you get
talk to
the
it.
you get the drawing.
I want to talk to it.
You can talk to your drawing.
It's a heart's bloom orchid. That's what it's
But the
called.
drawing won't talk back.
Will the orchid?
Maybe.
We know.
Maybe the drawing
how-
will talk
we
back.
know how it's
You're
supposed
not
to
that
work.
magic mage.
Wait, is somebody talking?
CJ?
CJ, are you quiet? You're
I
awfully
think
quiet
there's
all of a sudden.
something very wrong with my mic. Apologies.
I think you're right. Well, we'll figure that out in just a moment, because we're about to head to break just in a minute. But before we do that, volatile is the tag on this thing. It is cursed and volatile and has a value of d6.
Let's. Would that go under equipment? Resources?
Yes, it's a resource. It's a resource.
Okay.
You could use it as equipment, as it is explosive. But because it's volatile, you just have to be extra careful, and it raised the resistance of the delve back up to 6 total after all the chipping away you did at the temple.
Yeah, you're welcome,
So-
everyone.
You continue on, and before you arrive in the entrance to where you're going next, you hear someone approaching before you see them out of a dark tunnel. You hear the sound of footsteps, and the footsteps are accompanied by chanting. And the chanting at first, at a long distance, it just sounds like, it's like, yeah, it's very monotone and strange. But as it gets closer, the words become clearer. And the words are some station, bell station, hang station, yellow station. And around the corner comes a figure that is draped in what looks like old curtains. And on their head, where the eyes should be, is a large glass light, like you would see on a stoplight in our world or something like that,
Slay.
right here in the middle of their face. And not only that, but as they go, you realize that they're riding on a second individual who does not have hands below the elbows. They're all bandaged below, but they also wear this helmet that has that similar light above it. And as they get closer, they give the impression of a signal switch for a rail line and you realize that what they're chanting are the names of stations along the Vermissian. They're chanting Sump Station, Moss Station, Crescent of the Morning Station is not running today. And like, they're doing it as like this religious practice, and they're heading toward you. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Can we ride them like a
Boys,
train?
Maybe. Play your cards
The
right.
last
You can do
train
anything.
home.
Yep.
Last
We're going to
train home.
take a break for bio and for refreshment, and so I can collect my thoughts. Everybody in chat, I haven't been paying attention to you, but I bet you're having a great time, and we're glad that you're here. Stick around and come back in 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Sometime in there, around the turn of the hour, we'll be back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Happy Hollow Days, our Heart, the City Beneath playthrough. With my favorite weirdos. We are deep within the heart in this twisted reality where our group is heading toward Grip Station, a derelict station of the Vermissian train line, a magic-powered subway that runs beneath the city. It's all weird. But we are getting closer and closer, and just as we go to break, our friends were approached by two people, and one of them with a light in place of their eyes, just embedded in their head, wearing a curtain like it is a robe wrapped over them. They are riding on someone else who similarly has a helmet that looks like a signal box, but they are also kind of without any hands. So they are guiding and steering this person upon whom they're riding. And as they approach you, they are chanting the names of these stations of the Vermissian. Over and over, they are repeating Sump Station, Grin Station,
Honestly,
Grip
mood.
Station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
And,
whole vibe, this whole thing, yeah.
As they come in your direction, the rider, I suppose the jockey, I don't know, is seems to see you and turn his head, and then he takes this metal ring that is tied to a collar around his mount and gently turns it toward you. So they make their way over to you, and the rider comes to the end of his chant and says, "What passengers come to the Vermissian today?"
Yeah.
Should we let Ear speak? Should we? I'm going to pull Ear back. I don't want Ear to be our emissary. No. Let me just grab. Okay, come back here. Back here.
Well, we'll take a little step forward. Not far away from folks. He's staying pretty close. This is greetings. My name is Maul. To whom do I owe the pleasure?
I am Galvanus, the Watcher of the Signal Box Tower. Why have you come?
Grip. Station.
He turns to you, like, quickly, and he says, "Yes. Grip. This station lies ahead. Below. There is an entrance nearby. Do you have a ticket?"
Yeah.
Ticket to ride. Why are we letting? Why are we letting Ear do the? No, I'm gonna cover Ear's mouth.
I bite.
I think Maul's gonna shuffle through his pockets and say, "It seems I've misplaced my ticket. Is there a way to get one?
Have you ridden the Vermisian before?
It's the Vermisian, the guy you're sitting on.
He looks
No.
down without expression and he says, No. No. This is Levier. And Levier looks around. You can tell now that Levier is blind, as well as without any hands.
This is very waiting for Godot coded for me. Yeah.
Galvanus, from underneath his robes, he pulls out what appear to be extensions of track line. And you see that he's modified them to use them as like walking assistants, right? For like crutches almost, but uses them to like dismount. And he says, "Levier, remain." And he like just slowly like makes his way over to you, and he says, "If it is your first time riding, I can let you proceed. But I must have something. You must pay some sort of fare."
Let me see your hand.
Yeah. Are you asking the Galvanus, or are you asking Levier, the blind one?
I don't know. Either one. Both.
Okay. He extends his hand and pulls back his rope. Galvanus does, and
Okay.
as he does, you see that up and down his arm something has been implanted there, and it continues down till right above the wrist. It exposes, and it looks like an old piston or piece of machinery or something. And he extends it to you and turns it like this.
Okay. I high five it. That's 5.
I'm going to examine it, I guess.
It appears as though, Lemon, that he's taken parts of the line of old train carriages and the track itself, and they've been repurposed. Even the shroud that he's wearing looks like it used to be a curtain from a first-class carriage. It's now moldering and tattered. But you're not sure whether his implanting of these things in himself is a matter of functionality, or of worship, or of both.
How do you sleep?
He slowly turns toward Ear and says, "With my eyes closed."
Do you
Well-
dream?
How's your head?
And he says, "My head is filled with thoughts and sounds of rumbling in the dark."
Not what I was hoping to hear.
Like mine?
Are you a gatekeeper, or do you have control over this train?
I watch the way, in a manner of speaking. We tend to the signal box tower beyond here, near which is an entry into the train line. We keep the lights lit for when the Vermisian starts running again.
Mal's gonna say quietly, more to the party. Not actively trying to hide, just very clearly not directing it to them. What about the orchid?
What about it?
Payment. It's a liability as long as it's on us.
And they go slow.
Can we... a little huddle. can we put it on them?
Yes.
And then
Without
push.
hesitation.
And boom.
Well, I'm not sure that we need to murder this relatively innocent being, but if that's...
Well, just the one writing it.
That's a fair point. That was a bad suggestion on my end. I
It's
don't
right
know
to
why
us.
I don't know why it popped in my head.
I mean, because it's explosive, but...
And because you're in the heart.
Lemon's a little shit.
what
Water's been
happens to it
speaking.
A little sour.
afterward is up to it. We could... them, could potentially warn them, but it stands the orchid might be worth enough to get us all in. And then we don't have to worry about it, right?
Yeah.
Give it to them. Make this quick.
Who has the orchid right now?
Oh, I
Lemon.
do.
Yeah.
Lemon does.
Wouldn't let me have it.
I have it. Why would I I gave you a drawing for it. Why would I let you have it?
Mal will
More Cretan. Let's get moving.
Mal will turn to these people and say, "We have something of reasonable value. We'd like to barter it for all of our entry, if possible."
He wordlessly holds his hand out again.
Mal will look to Lemon.
Lemon brings out the blood orchid.
And he it rests on Galvanus's hand, and Levier is a compatriot. Like, as soon as the Heart's Bloom orchid comes out, Levier like jerks his head in that direction, and without looking at him, Galvanus says, my friend, you've excited him. He can feel the heart's power in this. This will be more than adequate.
Actually, speaking of, I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't do this sooner, but it's magical, right?
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay,
You gonna eat this thing? You gonna get off on it?
well, the mark of hunger, I can smell the sources of magical power.
Yeah, you would be able to smell it, and you get the feeling that Levier can as well.
Okay. Cool.
And he says, yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
sufficient. Let's find out how sufficient here with rolls, because that's how the game is played. Who's going to make this roll? Now, you can assist as a reminder, so like you don't have to do it alone. So say Lemon does a roll of it would be compel and oh gosh, what would it be? Cursed.
Technology?
Cursed. I would say no, not. We're not in a. We are still in sort of a warren area, I would say, inside this tunnel, because that's where we are. Although a cult might work too.
Please say occult. I have a cult.
Let's do compel occult, and if somebody else wants to do that too, it gives another die. But then, if there's any stress, they also take it. That's the sort of trade-off, right?
Okay, so I get my basic D10, I get one for Delve, and I get one for occult.
I would say it's compel. So D10 and occult. But
Okay,
it's not
I've got
risky or
compel.
dangerous. And if
Okay,
somebody
so
else wants to
that's-
make that roll also, you can add another die.
I can offer compel, but I cannot offer occult. I could offer Warren.
I
Okay.
think I can offer a cult. Hold on.
I don't have any of those, so
I
I can
have
offer
both.
compel and a cult.
Oh. Then
I got
Use
an
it.
11.
You got a
eight,
what?
right?
And
You got an 8.
Oh, I got an 8.
Oh, you got an 8 was your highest one. Yeah, an 8 is still a success. It's great. Yeah, so no stress here for you, but do roll me a d4, and we'll take that away from the Delve's resistance.
Please be really
Ooh, it's a
one.
Mhm.
Now you start getting ones.
I feel bad
Um,
because I added the 4. Or I did 6. Yeah, I feel guilty
you did
about
as
that.
your beat. Yeah, you did do that. But yeah, that's still okay. It's all right. You got plenty of chances. They take it, and he says, "This will power our station. This will keep the signal box going. This is good. Come with us." And he mounts Levier again and gently sort of like pushes him forward and leads you down that tunnel. The strangest part about this, you've seen some bizarre stuff down here, right? But the strangest thing is, as you emerge from this tunnel, in front of you is the signal box house. It is like clapboard siding. It's got a little staircase going up to it. It's got a window. It looks like it came from the countryside somewhere. Just sitting here. And next to it, you can see this protrusion of an enormous metal tube that just surfaces above the ground. And in the center of it is this large cylindrical hatch with like a wheel on it. He says, "Here, we will continue to wait. You may enter the Vermisian.
What's in there?
Do so cautiously." He jerks his head unsettlingly toward you, and he says, "What is in the Vermisian?"
Yeah.
Many things. Power, time, fractured realities.
Ooh,
What is it you are looking for?
the heart talks to me.
Yes. It knew you would be a passenger.
Huh.
Use caution. It is dark beneath. It is dangerous. Strange things roam the tunnels, waiting for the trains to return.
Okay.
Now go. Your train is leaving. And slowly they plod back toward the signal box house.
Thank you.
He holds up a hand wordlessly to acknowledge you.
Off we go.
Doc, what is water doing?
Water is water does this thing, I think, and you can tell me if you don't agree, but like I think that sometimes you don't see water and then he appears somewhere, but then he'll be gone and then he'll appear somewhere else. And so when you emerge, water is standing at the top of the staircase going up to the signal box house, looking down at all of you, with his head again tilted to the side, and his glance shifting between you and his brother. Just watching.
Well, am I gonna die in there? Are you gonna come and take me again?
He looks like he's pausing to consider this. But he doesn't know the answer. And then he fades back into the building.
As hearing Ear say that, Smoke just kind of is like looking over with this. The face, what you can see of the face is fairly stoic, but the eyes are very much not. It's just,
Let's go inside and find out then.
Yeah.
Here's the Vermisian.
So you approach the hatch, the entryway. The door itself, the wheel, has not been used in 100 years, 200. And so it's a little bit stuck. I'm going to need some sort of roll here to try and force this thing open, unless you've got another idea. Keep in mind that any roll you make, I mean, we're in bordering on technology.
I've got technology.
Okay, so if you can think of a way to apply that to open this thing up.
Got Delve and Desolate. I don't know if those apply.
Delve?
Some WD-40 is going to be my technology to
Yeah,
squirt it in there to help. Yeah.
Yep. Get some lemon juice on there.
Yes. Yeah. Like
Lemon juice is my name for your spit.
But I'll be honest, that hits different knowing that your name is Lemon.
You were thinking something else, and so was I.
I was not.
I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't until just now.
So how do you approach this thing? This thing is obviously like, it's derelict, right? It hasn't been used in a really long time. So it's like to turn this wheel is going to take some force or some other solution.
I've got Delve. I can yank on it and.
It would be Delve technology or.
I've got both.
I would say
both
Warren
Delve and tech.
I would say Warren could work here because you're trying to get into a tunnel.
I have Kill and Warren. Can I kill the door?
If you want to try and break it, sure.
Okay, I've got both Delve and tech. Someone help me figure out how tech could work here.
Well, I think if you have something to break up the rust and whatever other ooey gooey bits have stuck to the door.
Yeah, like some sort of chemical or something. Or you could look around to resource something that could be used as a rust remover. Maybe.
So,
maybe you could find some plants that you could like combine together, or bits of heart blood, and who knows.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
If maybe this is a way to help Lemon, but basically Smoke will walk forward, put his hand on the rusty part where it seems like it's holding it, like it's, nothing. And I'm going to use entropy to decay the rust and make things break loose.
There you go.
Ooh.
Interesting. I like that a lot.
When you touch a machine, construction, or mechanism and focus, you can cause I can cause rust and decay, but
you could increase it, maybe.
Basically breaking loose what is binding it.
I like that. So would you like the two of you to roll together on that, or Rise do you want to take this solo?
No, I think it's probably better. For me, it's a kill plus technology, which
great. That makes sense. Okay, so we'll do a kill plus technology for you. And would you like somebody else to roll? Would you like?
I think if Lemon helps with that.
Okay.
Lemon would know where to break things loose and when to stop. And
okay, so how many dice am I rolling? Basic D10 and then one for tech.
Your starter D10. You've got let's see.
We do have a hero point in chat.
Yep. Either so that's +1 if you on the roll if you need it. Delve or mend and technology for you, Lemon.
Okay. That's 3.
Mend?
9.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do we still have a +1?
We have a hero point.
You could make it a critical success.
I'll do that. Make it a crit.
Why not?
Cacao.
Sure. Flat out.
Ciao.
You get a critical success. You together are able to increase the rate of decay. That I love it. So this thing just comes loose, right? And what we're going to do, because it's a crit, instead of rolling a d4 against the resistance of the delve, it's a d6. So one of you roll me a d6, and we'll take that away from the delve's resistance.
Sure, I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Dope.
It's a 3.
Great. All right, so everyone knows the resistance is now at a 2. Only 2 left. But below you, as you pull this thing open. We'll say one thing: it's never going to close again, right? Because you kind of like ate this thing away.
Yeah.
But below you is
I'm
a
gonna come back
ladder.
and bite us.
There's a ladder descending into pitch black.
I'm gonna lean over to Smoke. I left the door open too.
Perhaps you should run back and close it.
No. That's Moon People's problem now.
Hey, ear. Would you like to see what's down the ladder?
Don't push me.
Don't tempt me.
I want to do both.
Joyful compatriots. Let's go.
Descend.
And we
Here
go.
you are in what is essentially a subway tunnel. It is bigger than we might know them to be. You would imagine that the trains were quite large, and down the walls run cables and wires, as well as what appear to be like pneumatic tubes, something that would carry some sort of physical substance as well as energy and power. But as you hit the ground, the strength of the heart's presence here becomes evident. There is heart's blood flowing through these tunnels. You can't see it, but it's like when it gets so hot that it feels like waves of heat. You know? It doesn't hurt you, but you can feel it pushing against you, trying to change you. And you know that the closer you get to the heart, the deeper you go, the more profound that change is. People come back with physical alteration, mental alterations. And you think back to the people that you've met on this delve, the blind painter, the signal box cultists above. Did that happen to them by accident? Or did the heart change them? And at the same time, it's exciting. It doesn't feel bad. It just feels. There is nothing to be seen in either direction. You're not sure where Grip Station is from here. Do you go left or right, basically? What do you do?
Hey,
Look at
Ben.
women.
Ben.
What?
Don't you smell the blood?
I always smell blood.
Yeah, but it's so close now. Will the
There's
blood
a
tell you
moment.
where to go?
And she takes a minute to sniff the air and says, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. Is there an area or a direction, I guess, where it's stronger? This end?
I guess that would be a roll, right? If you're just trying
Okay.
to sense that, like discern technology. Is what I'm looking for, I think.
Ooh, I have neither of those, so that's
No.
fun. Alright.
It is just the thing is like if you're trying to smell this place, the station, you can't. If you're trying to smell the heart's blood, it's everywhere. It's like being underwater. I will add that Lemon has a particular skill that will help you discern the way to the station from here.
I can smell it.
Yeah. That crystal in your chest is
Oh, yeah, that.
vibrating. That's what I'm
Yes.
thinking of. But
No, I
yeah.
really
Um,
would love if you just said that. I can smell it very, very like
You can smell what?
you can smell it, but it's really the crystal. But you can smell it.
From the crystal.
The
Yeah.
crystal's
Exactly.
giving you it's giving you synesthesia.
Do we turn
can
left or
smell
right?
sounds.
Which
You feel it leading you to the left.
Yeah, you always go left in the labyrinth.
left? I like to mention the crystal, like the left half is glowing the most. Maybe it's a little arrow
Yeah.
on the inside.
It might
Yeah.
also be physical, like you feel it pulling you that way, or
Like a blinker.
Oh, I like that too. Like
Yeah.
just like a fishing line. Just
yeah,
yeah.
It's subtle, but like down here, it's the strongest it's ever been.
It's like
You felt it, ever since you've had this thing implanted by Horatio, but you can feel it pulling you that way, and so off you go into darkness, stumbling forward. The walk is long and interminable. What are you doing while you walk through the darkness?
Following the leader.
I think you are the leader.
Oh,
You have the blinker.
whistling.
Oh, sit on my shoulders like they did. Ha ha ha! Uppies, come on.
Uppies.
Okay. Lemon does uppies.
Yeah!
I'm gonna put Lemon up on my shoulders and then like fold my arms up so I have like little elbow ups.
I would say that
There-
even as you have Lemon up there, you can feel the crystal at the back of your neck, and it's
Are you just
can
happy to
also
see me,
sense
Lemon?
this. Yeah,
Mole's watching the crystal a lot in concern and fascination, I think. Just
that's the other thing is it's pitch black down here, but the crystal again has that lavender aura, and you're not sure because it's been kind of well lit up until now. You think it's glowing brighter than it used to. So it kind of gives you a bit of a halo. And you can see the other people in the party, but not much else.
I can see her halo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Then-
little fade away.
Oh, because just walking, he's got his pipe lit as they're going along,
I love that.
thinking thoughts in his head about whether it would be useful to kill Ear now or wait till later.
Funny, Lemon's thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Ear's thinking about taking a bath in the blood.
Of course.
and Mole is thinking about the moon beneath, which apparently is the most wholesome thing anyone in this party is thinking about.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah.
Very much.
I would say yes.
And so, with this glowing crystal and the embers from the pipe, just every once in a while out of the darkness, just you're all going the way. And then, at one point, you are toward the back of the group. You're not behind or anything, but you turn and look back where you came from, and out of the darkness, you see those eyes of your dream man watching you go. They are not getting any further away as you progress. They're just sort of there, watching over you. And we're talking like hours and hours of darkness. Becomes boring. And then, out of nowhere, you hear this echoing sound. At first, all it is a loud scraping noise. As if somebody took a a metal implement and dragged it along the side of the tunnel. It's coming from back in the direction you came from, and then when you turn around, the eyes are gone. You just hear this scrape. And then you hear like the sound of bird or something like that.
No.
Friend?
Harpy.
Harpy. Running now. Running.
Yes, thank you. Go, 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 go,
Gear
go.
just takes off with Lemon still on shoulders.
I mean, if
The
they're
glow
running,
is,
I'm gonna follow.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're trying to stay within that halo, right? Keeping your
Stay within
ears
the halo,
open.
halo.
You're all staying within the glow of this thing, and just for the next few hours, every once in a while, you will hear first maybe scraping, and then this loud bird-like screech, and it seems like it's getting closer. And then you start to hear the sound of wings echoing down the tunnel behind you.
But the eyes are gone.
The eyes aren't there. You're not sure why, but this, whatever's pursuing you, if it is this harpy, is gaining on you. And then you come around a long bend in the track, because it's not all track down here. In some places it's been torn up or destroyed. But then you'll come across long stretches of train track, and you come around a bend along the track line, and way off in the distance, you see a purple glow that matches the one coming off of Lemon's chest. And it is distant, but you can see, even from this distance, that the ceiling of the tunnel there is dotted with crystalline growths.
Oh. Be loud. Make it be loud.
Maybe don't be loud.
No, not us. It.
And just as you see these things, the sound of those wings starts to get more intense.
Or maybe we're loud after it's underneath?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I get you. Let's keep moving.
Yes, you break into a run, a full sprint, right? Trying to close this final distance. I think what we're going to do is I'd like an evade from one of you. You can choose who does it, but an evade and either technology or Warren roll as you're trying to get away from whatever's chasing you in the darkness.
I can do tech.
I've got Warren. I don't have evade.
I don't have evade.
I don't have either of those. So.
Got one tech. Okay.
None of us have evade?
None of us have evade. I've got Warren.
If I enter my true form, evade rolls are no longer risky. But
This would be a risky roll.
the question is, do
That
I
would
wanna-
help.
There I go then.
Okay,
Do
so
it.
Elsie, you roll 1d10. You don't have evade or technology or Warren, correct?
I have evade. No, I don't
Okay.
have. No, actually, no, I have none of those. Yes, correct.
Okay.
I have none of those.
So
But they're
it's
not risky, at least.
it's still one, but it is a regular one rather than a 10 or nothing one, right?
Yeah.
It's just a one die roll. And if you want, if Lemon is assisting, can make an evade technology roll, which would be 2 for you,
Okay.
and then it would add a die to your roll, Elsie, so you can roll
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Who knows? So I want both of
I
you to
love
roll,
it. Right.
basically.
So I'm rolling
And-
2.
But you're rolling 2, Elsie, and so are you, Mika.
Okay.
And then, yeah. There's an 8 from Mika and a 4 from LC. That means both of you are going to take stress from this.
Wait. Hold on. LC, did you roll 2 dice?
Yeah.
It only rolled 1.
Oh, yeah, it did. Roll me one more d10.
Okay.
I got
Sure.
you, fam.
Sure. No, it's a 2.
That's
It's
not
fine.
better.
Oh.
Okay, this is not great.
Nope.
With your 4, that means you have rolled. What is 4? I have to look at it really quick. That is a failure and take stress. Elsie, what's your stress at right now?
4.
And Mika, because you helped, what is your stress right now?
1.
Okay, you both roll me a d4 here. Elsie, you need to roll a 4. If you don't, you're going to take fallout.
1.
Mika, you want to roll above a 1. If you get a 1...
Both of them got 1s.
Okay. So we're going to do some fallout here.
Oh.
You are trying to push yourselves, but you start to flag, I think. And what that means for fallout, I have to look at my fallout options here. This seems like it would be blood fallout for physical exhaustion for both of you. And what we're going to do is level of fallout depends. It's a minor fallout for both of you. Oh, wait. I roll a d12. Yay! I get to roll a d12 for each of you and compare the results. So here's the one for Ven.
Okay.
That's a 12. That is a major fallout for you.
Great.
And here is the one for Lemon, a 9, also major. So 2 major blood fallouts. Let me bring up my fallouts. Okay.
Sorry.
You
Not funny,
are
Cass.
sprinting. And
Oh, the giggle.
we're gonna say that
Here for it.
LC, you are just sprinting as fast as you can, and you trip on part of the track, and you fall. And as soon as Ven falls to the ground, all of you could hear the crack as her ankle breaks. This is broken leg, basically. Any action involving climbing, moving, or anything above a crawl automatically fails. And if you're able to get it healed, you can change it to limping, but it is ongoing. So it is consistent. We're going to say that Lemon, because you're riding on the back of... are you still riding on Ear?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to say that for you... I don't know if it would be blood then because you're riding. We're going to say it's echo for fun. This is going to be echo fallout for you, I think. Do you have anything that applies to that?
I have 1 protection for echo.
Okay.
That's it.
You have 1 protection.
That's all I
for
got.
echo. Okay. I don't know if that applies here. CJ, do you know if that applies? If the protection for echo would help here? I don't think it would.
Probably not.
I can cross check, but I'm not for a major fallout. Let's operate on no, and we can go backward if I find my answer.
Okay.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
Can I drop Lemon and tell Water to go using the invidious specter? Tell Water to go make friends while I grab Ven and start running with her.
Yes, so you give this command as you pick up Then and give that command to Water. And just for flavor's sake, we'll say that in this moment, it's not only you who can see Water, but Smoke you see the spirit of water rise up from beneath the tracks and just like with arms hanging in a Naruto float, just like dashes back the way you came toward the sound. We'll also say that Lemon, for your fallout, you feel something in the area around the crystal starting to protrude from your body.
Ooh.
It was
So
happy to see me.
It's not only that you can feel it coming out, but you can feel it feeling like a vestigial limb.
Ooh.
It has nerve endings around it.
Ooh.
So your protection is just to mark stress. When you mark stress, you reduce the total number of stress taken. So just remember next time you take stress to minimize that stress.
It would have taken you to 0. It would have taken you below. You know what? Do you want to use that? Or do you want a vestigial limb growing out of your chest?
What would happen if I take it to 0?
You take it to 0, you don't get the fallout.
You don't
because
get the fallout.
because you rolled a 1, and it would be below it. Wait, no. Yes. Yes. It would avoid
I'm going
the
to do
fallout.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's avoid
sense.
some
So
fallout.
you feel it pushing, but you just sort of like
I just
use your
hit it
protection
back
to
in.
push it back down. Okay. So now Ear has Ven on their back. And you're all keep on running, and you're getting closer and closer, and up ahead you see that the track exits the tube, and it comes out into like a elevated track that is above the ground below. Because of those rolls, I forgot we have to roll. Oh no, you failed. Never mind. So you see that like it drops off. The ground drops off. The track continues, and you can run on the track. But apparently, this station is elevated above a pit of some kind, and it's a good 100 feet to the what appear to be like the makeshift gates of this station.
Not much further to go. We have to figure out how to get there.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
Is it under the crystals yet?
At the edge of where it drops off, you look up and you realize that the whole ceiling of this cavern is covered in these fluorescent crystals. So it is not. You almost are. But if you keep leaning it this direction, it shall be.
I'm going to step into the gray as we're running.
Okay.
Can you take everybody else with you?
Can I? Yes.
Yeah.
Will you?
No.
I have to spend 10 minutes doing it to take everybody
Really?
else. So.
What a question.
Yeah.
Save
But I got a
everybody-
10 on that roll.
Everybody but Ear.
Okay, so you set off across the tracks toward the gates, still moving as quickly as you can. You get about halfway across, about 50 feet, so halfway point, and then you turn and you see at first just feathers as this wing of a creature that's a little bit taller than a humanoid shape. A wing sort of extends out of the darkness, and then a second one, and then what appears to be a woman's face, but where the mouth would be is this long, jagged beak and these dark, empty orbs for eyes as it perches on the edge of this thing and lets out this enormous screech sound. Sorry for the effect of that. And you watch as the crystals above you start to shake and vibrate, and a few of them start dropping in different places.
like it
And
had
you
the
hear
same
sounds of
idea.
alarm within the settlement start to raise up.
Shoot.
I have a
Run.
spell I want to use,
Yeah.
but it would affect everyone else. All those nearby. Can I'd like to like somehow stay behind, let everyone else go a little bit, and then use my spell. But I don't know if that. I feel like I might get killed before I get a spell off. Yeah.
Remember, you won't die until you'll be miserable, but you won't die unless you really want to in this game.
What options do we have, everyone?
I have a big sword and teeth.
Yeah.
I have a gun. Yeah, I'm going to turn around and fire my blunderbuss at it.
Do that.
Okay. You turn, you spin, and you take out the blunderbuss, and the sound of the shooting is just this, and it echoes around this cavern as
Oh
the
yeah, that
crystals
might have been
start to
bad
increase
idea.
in their descent.
Well,
Fortunately, none of them fall on you just yet, but go ahead and make me a roll for this. This would be, oh gosh, well, you tell me. Are we talking hunt for this? Do you have any hunt? What do you have that you want to use here?
I want to use tech for sure. Delve. Otherwise, I don't have hunt or any other or kill.
I would say because you're out on a bridge in a precarious place, delve works.
Okay. So delve and tech.
Delve and tech because you're surrounded by the technology of the Vermissian, and you can feel the heart's technological aspects coursing through you.
I got a 10.
Nice.
Woo! Smack. That is a very good roll. That is a critical success. And so, what is the die for the blunderbuss? Does it say what die it is? Is it a D something?
D4.
A D4. Roll a
Yeah.
D6 because of a critical success.
Please do me well. Oh, 2.
Okay, you knock off some of the feathers, from one of its wings. It feels it, but it is not by any means stopping. And then it extends these wings, and you can see that as it rises off of the ground, its feet have these just brutal-looking talons at the end of them. And it starts to take flight and come after you. Does anyone else do something here?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
first off, I'd like to ask this question.
Yeah.
Does the harpy figure into any extant religions or cult kind of things
I'm going to say
as
no.
a prominent figure of some kind?
No. No. It is.
All right.
It is It's a monstrosity that is born of the heart. It
I was just
has
hoping maybe somebody around there
no
worships
gods, no
thing.
masters, only harpy. Yeah.
Okay, then I will use Grim Reaper to strike at it from a distance.
Excellent. What do we do with that again? Remind me. Is it a
So
roll?
it's a kill D8 long range. I'm sending my own death after it.
You can roll me kill and either technology or delve. Yeah, something like that. Let me see. We'll do kill and. I'm always getting turned around here. Kill and either technology or. We'll say haven because you're so close to the haven.
Okay. Well, neither one of those help me, but kill I have. But so
Okay.
So it's only 2 dice.
2d10. And this is risky, so 1d10.
So risky. Gotcha.
Yeah. It will get the attention of this creature
Oof.
if you fail.
Ugh, that is a cruddy roll.
Ooh, that's a 2. Okay, so you're gonna take some stress here. You're gonna
We still have a hero point?
It could go up to a 3 if you want. The hero point isn't a reroll, right? We're doing them as +1 to your roll. Oh, wait, we do
dang.
have a hero point.
We have hero point.
Do we have a hero point? Yeah, you can reroll that if you'd like.
You guys care if I use it?
No, do it.
Use
Do
it.
it. Please do it.
What is our count? Is that the only one we have? Another.
Motherfuck.
You take aim and you step out of the gray, I assume, to fire.
Don't
this
have to.
thing. You don't have to?
Nope.
Fantastic. So you just sort of take aim and you fire. And with a 2, that means we've got a failure. So I'm going to roll a d4 here. And this fallout is going to go to your... Let's see what happens first. D4. 3 stress. And what is your current stress?
3.
It is at 3 now total. Okay, I'm going to roll a d12.
Including those 3, it would be 6.
Okay, so now it's...
Depending on what those 3 go to, actually.
Gotcha. So, it is now a 6. And,
Well, what are the 3 new stress
it's
go
equal,
to?
right? Hold on. I've got this. So 7 or less. So I roll a d12, and you rolled equal to your stress. No, less than your stress. So I'm gonna roll a d12. I swear my brain's almost done for the day. And you rolled above your stress, so you don't get any fallout. I rolled above your stress.
Okay.
So you miss entirely, and the crystals are starting to descend. They're starting to fall faster and faster, and even above the settlement, within the grip station, they are starting to crash, and people inside are screaming, like they're starting to shout and start like that. But you miss. Anyone else?
Me.
What do those last
Yes.
3 stress go to? Which pool?
Oh yeah. Those would be we'll say fortune. Just
Okay.
it was just a bad shot, and these falling crystals are not fun to be around.
Gotcha.
Elsie, you want to go?
I am. I know I'm on ears back, but I'm gonna kick myself off because I have wings right now, so I can kind of fly a little bit in this true form. And when I'm in this true form, have mastery in both kill and hunt. So I would
love
like
this.
to take this thing down. It broke my leg. I think I tripped. No, I tripped. I'm blaming it. I broke my leg because of this thing.
You want to go toe
And
to toe with this thing?
I want to go toe to toe. Let's fucking go. My wings are cooler than yours. I'm covered in eyes. I have like 6
Don't
arms.
need an ankle when you
Fuck
got
your
wings.
life. Yeah, exactly. And 6 arms. I have like replacement legs, but they're arms. So go
I
off,
love it.
bestie. All right. So I have. Can I use both kill and hunt for this?
Yes, you absolutely can.
I think. Okay, so that's 2. And what do I do for mastery?
Add 1 more. I believe you have
Okay,
4
so-
die here, and that's the most you can have. So.
Cool. That's 4d10. Yes.
Yep.
That's
Oh.
an 8, a 9, an 8, and a 7.
That's like
so
successes all the way
Yeah.
down.
Elsie.
So
Saved it
so-
for this moment, baby.
so that's an 8, 9, 8, and 7. So you leap from ears back with your good foot, and
Take my
like
good
change into your form, and the wings erupt, and you all see like this storm of feathers as she streaks toward the harpy and takes a big ol' slash at it. What's the die for your attack?
I have a sacred blade, and the domain tag is kill with a d6.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
It's a 4.
Okay. You take a big chunk out of one of its legs as it is taking off, and then you like sort of fly up to keep pace with it. What's everyone else doing? Are we continuing to run, or are we standing and fighting?
I'm gonna run.
Okay. You start moving towards the thing. What's everyone else doing? Toward the station?
Yeah, I just have the gun. I can't do much else.
Is it like a door situation? Is it open?
It looks like a scrap metal gate, like from Fallout 3. Like it's or Fallout 4. Like it's just like old siding that they've repurposed to make a barrier here to the station. It covers the track, but as you are getting closer, you can see that like there are some heads peeking up over the wall off of the rampart, so to speak, and they're just like shouting. They're like, "What is that thing? Why did you bring it here?" And as they shout, like more crystals are like shaking, and then they have to like.
Are there
quiet
pieces
their
of the
voices.
crystal on the ground now from all the falling?
Yes, some of them are on the track. You're throwing it at the harpy?
Yeah.
I love this. I love this. Great. I love it. Oh, great. I love it. So roll me a, gosh. Roll me a, do you have hunt?
No.
Okay. Do you have kill?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have, haven?
Nope.
You have technology?
Nope.
I have
Roll
tech.
me a D10.
Can I help somehow with my tech?
I don't know, like maybe, but you'd have to explain to me how, you assist them throwing a crystal.
Okay, as you throw the crystal, I shoot it with the blunderbuss, shatter it into shards
Okay.
that
You
attack.
shoot the crystal? I love this. So roll
Sure,
me a
for
roll
the
for your
shard,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah, roll me
Okay.
2d6. Roll
2d6.
me kill or hunt plus either haven or technology. And
Okay. I don't have
this
hunt,
is
I have tech.
risky for you because it's so hard to shoot this thing, right? It's hard.
Oh. Okay, so how many
So, like,
dice?
It would be 2d10. It would still be 2,
Okay.
I think. Who knows?
Oh
Who
my
knows?
god.
Yeah, you throw the thing, Cass. Ear throws it, and you try to shoot it, Lemon, but you miss entirely. And
Shoot, Ben.
I'm gonna hold on. Currently, Lemon, what's your stress at right now?
Oh, hold on. We have a hero point chat.
Woo!
Okay, Lemon, you want to reroll
Yeah.
it?
We have a +1.
We have
Shoot
plus
again.
one. Is it
You
six
could take it up to a
success?
6, which would make it success at a cost.
Yeah, do that.
So you would hit it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do hit the thing, but you are going to take stress. It's a 6 or more. So you basically hit this thing, and we'll add that to the damage that it does to the harpy. But what is your dice for your blunderbuss again? D4.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your current stress?
I guess it's still a 1.
Okay, so I'll roll this D4 here, and if it's a 1, it's bad. If it's anything else, you're okay. It's a 4. So you don't take any stress, but the crystal shatters, and I'll have Ira roll me a D4 to see how much damage it does to the harpy.
Please be a 4. Please be a 4.
You sincerely under
3.
3.
3. The crystal explodes, and in one of its wings, like one piece of the crystal just rolls in there, and when it hits, the harpy lets out this scream, and LC, above where you and the harpy are, this enormous crystal comes loose and drops towards you. What do you do?
I am going to grab the harpy
Mhm.
and switch places with it. So
Okay,
that
you're gonna
it
try to
is-
put it in the way
Yeah.
of it. All right, this would be. We know you don't have evade.
Right. Well, I don't take risky. It's no longer considered risky in my true form.
Right. So it would be
If this is a risky
evade and then either technology or Warren. Do you have those?
No.
Okay, it's just 1d10, but it's not a make or break. It is an actual d10 roll.
Okay. That's a 10.
Oh my
Dang!
gosh.
That is a
Let's
critical
go.
success, which means at the last possible second, then you like basically do a suplex and flip this thing around to the other side, and this crystal falls. And then roll me a d6.
A 5.
The crystal lands on the harpy and pushes it down to the track and impales itself through the harpy. And unlike the surgery that Lemon has, the harpy tries to let out a screech and then stops moving and dies.
Can I go take something off of it?
You can. In fact, we'll say that all of you think that this harpy's got to have something that would be good to get off of it. Probably its heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much time do I have before they get over here?
The harpy's dead. Ear is going to be there within one action, basically. So you have time to do one thing.
I want to eat the heart.
Oh, damn it. That's what I wanted to do.
Yes. You are right there, so you can pull it out. You, with your claws, just wrench its chest open where the crystal hit, plunge your hand in there, and pull this thing out, still warm, with a few beats left in it. And take a big bite of it. And we're out of combat.
Ear's
Cass.
gonna make it up there
Yeah.
and just go fuck and rip the wings off and start flapping them like toys.
Damn, that's fucked up.
While they're doing this, I'm going to watch the station because I'm still in the gray,
Yeah.
but I don't trust these people at the moment because we kind of did the thing they don't like and made the crystals fall down.
Yeah. The gates slowly pull apart, and there is a group of people standing on the other side, many of whom, similar to the signal box cult, have Vermisian things decorating them, but they're not implanted. Like, some of them have dresses or robes or shirts with strips of metal like coming down the sides. A lot of them have protective eyewear on, and some of them are even clothed in like lab coats that they got from somewhere. You get the feeling this is a settlement of like researchers, scientists, and learned people. There's one of them who steps forward who has a long paper scroll that seems to be wrapped around their head with the writing still on it, like a head covering or a turban almost. And he steps out, and with an intense stage whisper, you can all, not as easy for Ven and for Ear, but all of you hear him say, "What is that thing?"
Anymore.
They all wave you over. And
Maul's doing the same thing to Ear and Ven, just like,
Ear flies down the tracks. The harpy waves. Ear, as you arrive, as you get through the gate, you've got the attention of several people who are looking at the wings, like examining them, taking notes, and like just some of them come up and try to like take a feather, and they back over.
surely.
Is everybody going inside?
Spare a few
Yeah.
for these people's research.
The whole bird out there, they can have that.
Yeah, you make a valid point.
I can use these.
Of course you can. Let's go in. Come on.
The man with the wrapping around his head says, I am Ermanius. He's speaking in a hushed tone, but just for the sake of streaming. I won't whisper everything he says, but he says, what happened? How did you come here? Why is that creature chasing you?
Lemon points to his chest at the crystal. This is how we got here.
Come up, and as like they inspect, you notice that several of them you can see glowing underneath their clothes, as if they've had similar things done.
Part of the club, yeah.
Yeah, he says, what was that?
I don't know.
The harpy?
Step back into the real world.
I'll write that down. They all start like they're a little bit like startled as as you reappear out of the gray.
What that was no longer matters. What it is now is dead and belong to the heart. We have
Unless
a request
the males
for
come.
you. Quiet here.
Fucking ear. I'm sorry, you sir. What is your name?
My name is Smoke of a Stone. And we have something that we need from you.
Please.
A skull that
Come
we are
this
told
way.
you can read.
Read? Yes, of course. All of us. Yes, we can read. Come. And he sort of like kind of dismisses that hint there of what you've brought, but leads you to it just looks like what used to be a platform of the subway station, right? And down a set of stairs to a door. It's like a big metallic fire door, and pulls it open. And you expect it when he pulls it open. You expect it to go, like a screeching metal noise. But apparently they have doused this thing in oil to keep it quiet. And when he pulls it opens silently. And inside is a large room, like the size of a gymnasium, kind of. But all around it on the walls are old mattresses and eggshell carton padding and cloth and things, and he like beckons you all inside. The room is also filled with like other people. Seems like some of them sleep here even.
What is this place?
This is our, I suppose it is a laboratory, but the sages, we make do with what we have as we learn more about the Vermissian. And so there's also sleeping quarters and storage and dining hall.
The padding on the
Please,
wall.
and he closes the door. He says, "We can speak freely here. The crystals will not react to the noise. We have tried to block it out or keep it in. What is this you've brought? Let me see it."
Who has it?
Oh. I would also like to point out, is Ven just back in her human form covered in blood?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just, I also want, while it looks like Ira is holding up the skull, I want to take this book out that I was given to by the Knoll and be like, we also have this book. I don't know whose it is, but I need to return it. And my bloody hands are just all over it.
Oh.
I did not wipe my hands off.
CJ?
Yeah, as soon as Maul sees that Ven's back in human form, Maul's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, okay," and is gonna change track to let the others handle this and start trying to heal Ven up a bit.
Yes. A voice upon seeing the book says, "Yes," a feminine voice. I think that's mine. And she comes over and says, "Did Horatio give this to you? Or did you take it from him?"
It wasn't. I don't think his name was Horatio.
Oh, who was it? Was it someone else? It was some. Yeah, it was the Knoll dude. Sorry. Siraj. That was his. Did Siraj give this to you?
Yes. Yep.
Is he well?
Yep.
And as she pulls back her cloak, you see it's another Knoll. It's a female Knoll. And it says, that is good. Where did you see him?
In a secret underground shrine.
The Temple of the Moon.
She pauses for a moment, and then she starts to laugh a little bit. And she's like, "That sounds like Siraj. Thank you. I am a doctor. Would you like me to take a look at your foot?"
Yeah, I think it's broken. Or it's really bad.
And she sits down. And if CJ, if Mal is there too, like she would invite Mal to come and take a look and join her, as they look you over. Back with Ermanius, who's that other dude. He says, no, what is it? What? And you bring out the skull. Oh. I haven't seen one of these. They used to be made here. But we have not seen one in some time. May I? One moment. Frumius! And another, a drow comes over and he says, yes. Look. Holds it up. He says, oh, I'll get the reciter. One moment. And he runs off to a back room.
What does the button do?
It is not a button. It is a recording. But here, we will show you. And the guy he sent off comes around with like a cart. Like for those of us who are old enough to remember when you would like wheel a cart in with a projector on it at school.
The AV cart, movie day.
Yeah, he brings the AV cart. And on it is this device. It kind of looks like an orrery, like a big gyroscopic spheres, but all around it are these crystals, purple crystals, like the ones in the cave. And then there's some sort of power source at the bottom of it. This is something heavily magic. Lemon, you can smell this thing a mile away. And in the center of it is this pedestal. And again, Romanius holds out his hand for the skull. He takes it and he sets it on the pedestal and turns it toward a bare wall. And then there's a series of switches at the bottom, and in a specific order, they start to activate them. And you watch as the arms of this thing begin to spin and rotate around the center, and out of the crystals come these beams of light that lock with the grooves on the skull. And then from the base of the device against the wall, there's a projection. And it projects this moving image. At first, you think it's a line being drawn, or maybe a maze. And then soon what you realize is this is a map. It's a map of an extension of the Vermisian that branches off. And all of these sages around you are writing furiously, trying to copy the image. And Ermanius, the guy with the writing hat, sort of looks up and he says, "A map? Why? My goodness, this is a line that we have not seen before. This is a branch that we are not aware of previously. This recording, this is invaluable."
Which means you're going to pay us a lot for it.
Yes, I don't know how to be coy about this. Yes, we will pay you quite a great deal for this skull. For this Librock is what we call them. Would you be willing to part with it?
Moon shit for that one. Magic shit for that one. Dream man shit for that one. He just wants to kill me.
I see.
Not just.
Dream man shit. I can't.
We will see what we can do.
There was another Knoll that called it a sleepwalker.
They start They start researching.
I have one
They do what
additional
sages do.
request.
Yes.
I'd like a copy of what you've written down. We have a friend who'd be interested.
There is a glance shared. And then he turns back to you and nods. Yes.
Thank you.
Perhaps someday you would be willing to explore this extension of the line.
Got a mile. What?
You said go tomorrow. Yeah.
I need a nap.
We all need naps. We go over to Smoke.
Part 3, motherfuckers.
What's Smoke doing?
Three.
At this moment?
He is watching this. He is studying this map very strong. He's focusing on this, trying to memorize it as best he can.
Mhm.
I mean, for the most part, he just looks like he's standing there with his arms crossed, being aloof like he normally is. But yeah, he's very focused on trying to remember what this looks like and trying to figure out where it might go.
You're so focused that for a moment you don't realize that once again, for the first time in a long time, you can see your brother standing next to you, looking at the same map. And you start to think about the spoils of venturing into the heart, because while some people say that this is the case, nobody ventures into the heart for money. They might say that. But really they venture in because, well, maybe they owe something, or they want to experience the heart's call, or they want to uncover a secret. But the heart is so impermanent that it tends not to deal in something so mundane as coin, if you know what I mean. Everything that of value down here has some sort of experience attached to. Maybe yours was getting a little closer to understanding what happened to your brother. Maybe it's knowledge. For all these sages here, it seems to be of great, great value. What I'd like to know from each of you as we get ready to end our session is, what are you doing in these closing moments? And what did you take away from this as you have not only reached your destination, but established a connection between Grip Station and the Temple of the Moon beneath? So let's start with, well, we can start with you, Rise. I know I sort of put the words in your mouth, but what's Smoke feeling in this moment? What will he take away from this? What is his reward?
It's a step closer. He's gone further than he went before. He has found perhaps new avenues that can be exploited or pursued to get to his ultimate goal, to actually make it to the heart, to bring his brother back, to accomplish what he needs.
Even if
Between these sages
is
and
with you?
he kind of feels like, honestly, Ear can be dropped off at any given point and wouldn't be difficult to really get rid of. So he's not in a hurry. As irritating as he finds Ear, he really feels like he could just take a stick and throw it down a tunnel, and Ear would disappear down there and probably not be seen for years.
Fantastic. Somebody else. What are they doing in these closing moments that shows what they're taking away?
Lemon is drawing the map. And as he flips through his sketchbook, there's drawings of everyone, but most importantly, there are drawings of the heart, things they've experienced, and the way his eyes rapidly look through as he flips through all these pages, he is entranced. The heart has this hold on him. It's speaking to some part of him that he is more than willing to give to it. He's gotten a taste of this, and he wants more. For the beauty, for the hit. He wants the hit of that magic. He just can't get enough. He's addicted.
Yeah. And could I suggest, I think that a lot of these sages, these Vermissian sages, are kindred to Lemon in that sense. That's why they're here too. And not only that, but now you're sort of bound by this body modification to the people who live here at Grip Station. Who's next?
I guess I can go.
Yeah.
So as in these moments that who's Veer? I just combine names here.
Sure, why not?
Then I'm creating ships in my head. I mean,
my brain was going so
looking
fast, I
out.
had to stop and keep looking at everyone's names.
As we all know during the chat before this game started, I forgot my own character's name. So that's where I exist right now. Ven is being patched up by both Mal and this doctor scientist whose name I also forgot. I'm very
Dr.
bad.
Scientist? No, his
Dr.
name is
Scientist.
Dr. Scientist.
Dr. Scientist.
Absolutely, Dr. Scientist. MD.
Dr. Scientist.
Yep.
PhD.
PhD.
Agent.
LLD. Or what is it? Dentist DDS.
Empty.
And they're really just ruminating and thinking about and in depth about how they were right, and that this quest is no longer a quest, it's like a mission. It is something that is not searching for, but it is determination to accomplish this goal of finding this person in her dreams, because he does exist and multiple people have seen them. And that he has never appeared to them, but has physically appeared to her on multiple occasions in just this one delve into the heart. And therefore, there is absolutely a reason that she should keep going deeper until she finds him.
She is obviously Dream God's favorite witch.
Honestly, and I think that really means something. Like Red String of Fate theory here, going out on a limb and being
Yeah.
like, just destiny, all of that fun stuff. And also maybe has a taste for blood now. I don't know. I just ate someone's heart. It's kind of fun.
You ate a harpy heart, which
did.
I mean, that opens up a whole other can of worms.
It really does, and I'm here for it.
It's pretty dope.
I'll eat.
I mean, it's got to be good. It's got to be good, because that thing, a harpy heart, according to the actual description of harpy in the book, is very valuable. And you ate that.
I ate it now.
It's like
So
caviar.
it's got to give you some benefit of some kind. Yeah.
I took its power.
Oh no.
What about Mal or Ear?
Sure.
Don't make me pick.
Sure. All right. Mal, first off, from a practical standpoint, is praying while tending to Ven. Mechanically, what that will mean for you, Ven, is that I can't remember which one you suffered. If you suffered a major fallout, it can be reduced to a minor.
Oh, that's dope.
This is a once per session thing, so it's a very
Appreciate
exciting.
it.
Yeah. So
Thank you so
he's
much.
doing that. Probably has dabbed some sort of ash of moon or an eye on you somewhere as
On my
sort
forehead, like Ash Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
for you, I would
exactly.
say just thematically, it's an eye.
Oh yes.
And after that, he stands up and looks over his companions here, who he feels sort of attached to at this point, and sort of like he wants to protect them. And he thinks about how he wants to go further into the heart, because he wants to hear and commune with Damnu. And it is there, he thinks, that this either Damnu or some iteration of Damnu can be discovered. But he also thinks that if the heart ever truly releases him, that maybe there are some people up in Spire that need to hear about this religion that has been driven out of the city. And that's Mal's end.
Excellent. So good. Ear.
Yeah.
It's a tweaked out junk mage somewhere back in Derelict just waiting for Ear to come back.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Ear is finding a corner, spending 10 minutes communing and entering the gray. And I'd like to steal all of their shit. That tells me the paths through the heart.
I love it. So Ear goes searching for information or anything that will help you get deeper into the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's terrific because what does Ear want more than anything?
Bathe in heart blood from the source.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. This has been super fun, but we've also we're going a little bit late, and so we're gonna make this quick. Let's go around. Everybody, tell me again who you are, where we can find you, and as quick as possible, anything else you've got going on, and that way we can all go to bed. Let us go in reverse order as we did from the beginning, and we'll start with Ear. We'll start with Cass. Hey, Cass.
Oh, I have been your ear. Haha. I will be back on Saturday on Singularity playing Speakeasy with LC. I maybe shot her the last session. It's fine.
No, 2 sessions.
You should probably figure that out.
2 sessions ago. That's right. We're on the heist now. We're stealing from an auction. Then on Monday over on Synthetic 20's channel, we are playing their completely brand new system, Queen's Great Chronicles, debuting the system. It's exciting. Come find us there on Monday night on the 5th, and then I'll be on Lost Caravan for the 14th, ruining James's day playing Honey Heist. I will be on Lost Caravan on the 22nd, joining JD's system that they wrote, which is powered by the Apocalypse system called Synchronicity. I'm haunted by my own ghosts, called Redacted. And then Mech Finder here with James on the 26th. And I think that's everything for February.
Busy. Fantastic. Thank you, Cass.
Yeah, it doesn't count the home games.
I will love Ear forever and always. LC, how about you?
Hi, I've been your eyes, but not really. It's just a thematic element. I've been Ben today, and your eyes of heaven, your JoJo reference. Come at me with it. I'll make this quick, and on the 14th and the 3rd's my birthday. Ew. I'll be with Cass on those 2 channels that they listed. Other than that, you can catch me on the 5th and the 19th with Duskgrave. We are starting season 2, Hell's Gate. I have been dropped a lot of lore hoop that I gave me, and I forgot half of it, and so it's gonna be great. Apparently I'm not allowed to cascade because on this place it's gonna be really bad, but I love doing that. Everybody knows I love PvP. So here we go. On the 16th I will be in a game of Girl by Moonlight. It's gonna be super fun. I've always wanted to live out my magical girl whatevers. And then I'll be in Demigods on the 27th, which I also get to live out my little teenage girl fantasies of being a demigod. So everybody loves Percy Jackson. Come check us out. And the 28th, we are doing another Lancer game that's very different. It's our Recall Week reschedule, where we're taking people from the Nova game, from the prior Lancer series, and Dustgrave with Min, and throwing them all together so that they can make out. And that is literally the only reason Recall Week happened, is because I wanted this to happen, and now it's actually going to happen. So everybody's going to make out. It's going to be great. Nobody's going to die. Take it away, whoever's next.
I'm so happy to hear that from you. CJ, our friend, you got something cool to share. What's going on with you?
I do. So for me personally, you can find me at CJ Starry. I'm not going to tell you all the things I do over the week, or we will be seeing each other for the next hour. So instead, I'm going to share with you something very cool. Do you want to try our new game for free? Because the Kickstarter for Hollows is out. If you go to rrdgames.com/hollows, it will take you to our landing page where you can input that email and you get a full size Kickstarter or quick start with gorgeous art by Sam Lamont. It is. It
Question.
is
Is it Hollows, HOLLOWS, or is
That's
it Hallows?
Hollows with an O.
And it's RRD
it is,
Games, right?
Yes,
Games.
absolutely.
I had it already.
It is a blast. We're also going to be, if you want to join us on the Rowan Rick and Deckard Discord, which you can find on our website, we are going to be doing every Wednesday evening over here, so Wednesday during the day for most of you folks, what is called Hollow's Fight Club, where we get to try and break a new monster once a week. So this week we're doing a dress rehearsal on Discord with people, with members of Rowan Rick and Deckard, just to kind of knock it out there and see how it goes, and subsequently pretty much every other week following for a little while, potentially all the way up until about May, I think, is when Hollows is coming to Kickstart. We will be doing a fight club that you can join in on as long as you've got Tabletop Sim and you want to play. You can come and sign up every Wednesday. It will eventually be streamed as well, but this week is just on the Discord, just to get our footing, and we're really, really excited about this game. I wish I could tell you more of the behind-the-scenes stuff that's happening, but awesome mechanics, gorgeous art by Sam Lamont, and just, sentient weapons and fighting the personification of terrible things in the world. So, the vibes, right? So come play Hollows with us, and come grab that Kickstart at that link that we dropped in the chat, and thank you for letting me spiel.
Oh my gosh, awesome. Thank you so much. And if it wasn't clear, Rowan Rick Deckard is some of my favorite games. Comes out not only Heart, but Spire, which is a game about the city above Heart. Die, if you've ever seen anyone play Die, that's from Rowan Rick Deckard. Eat the Reich. Oh my god.
Honey Heist, which
Honey
was
Heist.
just mentioned.
What?
And so we
I'm so hyped. I'm
Yeah.
gonna play
Honey
Sunday.
Heist, The Witch is Dead, Crash Pandas, that's all one page
wow.
We
RPGs.
on roll D5. We have played so many of those games.
Yeah.
They're
And
so
actually,
I like
sometime in April or May, I'm working on doing a charity stream playing Honey Heist, where everyone is playing as a puppet, a Muppet. So where
So
everyone's
this
gonna make
is-
hand puppets. Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
they'll be
gonna be
playing
so
Honey
much
Heist.
fun.
It'll be called Buppets for Bear Muppets. Puppets 11. Yeah.
This is
Fantastic.
incredibly early
But
days,
it's 11.
but
I get it.
I am now too excited not to say out loud that I will soon be helping Grant with a convention mega game for Honey Heist. So
Ooh.
that will be a
You heard it
thing.
here on Lost Caravan RPG.
Yeah, first
awesome.
because I can't keep my fucking mouth shut.
Love it.
Thank
Love
you
it,
so
love
much
it.
for having me. This has been a blast, and
DJ,
I
we've loved having you.
come back and do more.
Thank you, my friend. I hope we get to play again together, maybe with the same crew, maybe Heart. Mika, you've been so patient. Poor Mika is so sleepy. Hi.
I imagine CJ is sleepy.
Yeah, I bet.
Right?
Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. Catch me over on Threads at Mika MIKA _ Macintosh MCINTOSH, and on there on Thursday I'll be posting my stream schedule for the month of February, or at least the first part of it. But I will say you can catch me back here on the 6th playing Call of Cthulhu.
Ooh,
Ooh.
awesome. With Turk, correct?
Yes.
You poor
Godspeed.
bastard.
Good
God
fucking
fucking
luck.
speed.
Oh,
No, he just
Okay.
he doesn't pull
He's
punches.
fine.
That's all, and he's
Yeah,
the best.
yeah.
He's amazing. We love Turk.
Actually,
love
Hoop
Turk.
has a higher body count apparently, so you
Yeah.
might be.
I'm
good.
gonna die.
I do not have high body counts. That's my reputation here. I don't kill
Unless
people
you unless you
unless
set
the clown
houses on
touches
fire.
you. Yep.
Smooth. So smooth.
Mika, thank you for being here. Everyone go check out Roll D5, where Mika comes from too, and all the shows they've got going on over there. A fantastic community. I'm a part of their Discord for the Wordle Connections channel. So that's great. And finally, Rise, my friend, the rudder, the straight man, of every game I'm always in.
It's just that it's my niche. It's where I go.
You're the straight man in several senses of every game.
Absolutely, 100%.
Somebody's got to be
usually the only one.
Someone's got to do it.
usually the only one, and I'm fine, and that's cool. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
What do I got going on? If you want to find me, you can find me on Blue Sky under Rise. That's pretty much the only thing I use Instagram and Threads, but that's mostly my photography stuff. If you're interested in that, Draven Black photography, a lot of cosplay, photog, nature photog, landscape stuff. Other than that, as far as game stuff goes, on the 5th, February 5th, I'll be over on Singularity for the finale of Autumn, which is a Locust game. And we're all terrible people and probably all going to die horribly. Because it's Locust and that's the way it works. Then back on Lost Caravan on the 27th to play Demigods with LC. And we're going to be... We have no idea what we're going to do yet in that. Not even a smidgen, I don't think. Let's see. Other than that, we're starting a Lancer campaign. We're not 100% certain when it's going to start. I believe it will be sometime this month on a Sunday over on RPGs Uncovered that we will be starting that. It's going to be a long, we're talking like a 30-episode full-length campaign, and I'm so excited for it because Lancer is just amazing, and it's going to be great. That's pretty much all I got going on in February. Kind of a chill month, at least as far as games go. Yeah, come find us on Discord and everything and hang out because we're a bunch of nerds and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you haven't joined the Lost Caravan RPG Discord, please do so. We have a lot of fun. And you can see LC type in all caps excitedly.
Constantly.
Misspell 90% of the words.
And misspell 90% of what they're doing. I'm Doc Grimbo. I've been your GM. First of all, thanks. Amazing cast. I love all of you. This is terrific. I'm so glad we got to finish the story too, or at least extend it. Who knows? We made an extension like a train line. Let's see, what do I have? Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be on twitch.tv/Modifius. I've joined the cast of Star Trek Adventures, The Shackleton Expanse for the last few episodes of their campaign. Nice. And with some good friends. I am an alien, but so is everybody, right? It's great, except that we historically are in a time when the Klingons have turned against the Federation. So I don't know what it all means either. I'm a Star Wars guy, but hey, I'm here for it. So stop by there tomorrow and hang out with us every Tuesday. Thursday night, we'll be back with Blades in the Dark, the Midnight Runners, with our cast from Impossible Landscapes, where I play River Apple, the Danger Waif. And we're going to kick into the Warriors tribute this week. Which means we'll be running home as everyone tries to kill us. It's going to be great fun. And then, in 3 weeks, is the Season 3 premiere of Impossible Landscapes here on Lost Caravan RPG. Delta Green surreal horror game where, well, you just have to turn up to find out what that's all about. That's all for
boyfriend.
Me. Yeah, you mean the King?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The King. He's coming in our game too.
He in yellow. So everyone stick around. We're going to be rating the Lollygaggers channel. We thank you for showing up and for hanging around. And until next time, remember, the heart knows what you want and is going to give it to you whether you want it or not.